You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Good evening, everyone. That's right, it's Friday Night Rivals, special Thursday edition. Glad you are with us live here tonight from Escambia High School. Good evening again. I'm Christian Garman along with Jeff Price. Jeff, glad to be here one day early, of course, because of Hurricane Delta. I'm sure you know earlier in the week, many of the high school games were pushed up a night, so playing those just in case Delta was going to end up coming our way. Obviously, that's not how that particular storm has played out. Nonetheless, we are here, and we're glad you're with us. It's Catholic at Escambia, and Jeff, we had Escambia last Friday night at Washington. They are now 2-0. At the halftime of that game, it did not seem like they were going to be 2-0. They had their hands full with Washington, but they get out of there with a win, and they're looking very good.
Yeah, for Escambia, I mean, after last week, that big win over a big-time rival, a really good football team in Washington High, they expect to continue the momentum here at home, and they're tough to beat at home.
They are, and Catholic High School is going to have a tall order tonight. You know, Catholic is 1-1, but they've yet to score an offensive touchdown. They won the first week, and their touchdown was on the defensive side, a pick six in the first quarter. So, Jeff, that's going to be something big to overcome, is a way to figure out a way to get that offense rolling.
I mean, it's wild to think this team last year, who was a offensive juggernaut, has not scored a touchdown. Now, granted, you know, against two good opponents in Pine Forest and West Florida, they're very fortunate to be 1-1.
And they have another very good opponent, as you said, here tonight at Escambia. So let's talk about the Northwest Florida State College keys to the game. First of all, for Catholic, as we've said, they haven't scored an offensive touchdown. They're playing a very good team. What do they need to do to get out here with a win?
Ball control is the name of the game for Cat High. If you want to be able to pull this upset win, and it would be an upset, let's just call it what it is, because Escambia is rolling right now. Get that offensive line, those big uglies out there. Get Wayman Jordan, fantastic running back. Get him the football, find a way to control that clock and put the ball in the end zone.
It's precisely what Coach Adams talked about earlier this week when I spoke to him, controlling the clock and just trying to get first downs and sustain drives and keep the ball out of the hands of the explosive Escambia offense. So for them, for Escambia, for the Gators, the home team, what do they need to do tonight to keep things rolling and get to 3-0?
I mean, really, it's no different than what they did last Friday and the week before. Rennie Prim Jr. and JoJo Blackman, quite the combo right there, quarterback, wide receiver. We saw Rennie get pulled a little bit in that game against Washington. JoJo comes in and gives him the spark. They put Rennie back in. He throws a dime to JoJo. I would expect that 1-2 combo all night long.
A dynamic duo that's looked very good early in the season, and we will be watching all season long. It's Friday Night Rivals on a Thursday night. We're certainly glad you are with us. When we come back, kickoff Catholic at Escambia. We are back. Thank you for joining us for Friday Night Rivals. Glad you're with us here. And as you can plainly see, it's just about time to get the action going. You can see here that Escambia will be kicking off. They won the coin toss. They elected to defer. And so, Jeff, that means that Catholic offense, which has had a hard time doing anything so far this year, will get a first crack at it right off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know, it is what it is. A lot of times some teams like to take the football, some don't. Typically we see in high school them take it, but, hey, it's a little bit of a slap in the face here.
And that looks like it's going to be a touchback. It is. And Catholic's first drive will start at the 20. If we have the starting lineups, we can take a look. If not, that's okay. We'll get to those coming up here in just a moment. But you can see a breezy night, Jeff, for sure, but a very comfortable night. We're actually situated up here on the rooftop of the press box, so we're in the open air, and it's wonderful.
Yeah, it's beautiful up here. Beautiful field. Emmett Smith Field here. Obviously a very historical field nonetheless. And you know what? We got a lot better weather than some others are going to be getting here soon with Hurricane Delta.
No doubt about it. Delta is a big deal. Here's a look again at the Pete Moore starting lineups. The Catholic offense led by quarterback Caden King. He's a junior. Zach Dobbins, Shane Stackhouse, Ethan Sawyer, Nathan Williams, Wayman Jordan, we'll be calling his name all night, Smith Seaman, Rodominski, Nick Williams, and Matt. And we're ready to roll here. Caden King is back. Little sweep out there. That's number 2, Quentin Golston. He's going to be a big player tonight for the Catholic High offense, and he picks up a couple.
Yeah, when you remember this offense for Cat High, once again, it's crazy to think that they have, in 2 weeks, have not scored an offensive touchdown. Remember the 1-2 punch of Jacoby Jackson and Wayman Jordan? Well, you don't have that. Jacoby's gone. So, Wayman, who's going to be the guy this year? We'll find out.
There's your starting defense for Escambia. Herschel Jefferson had a pick 6 last week. Pete Moore brings us this. Tavari Taylor, big-time player. We'll talk about him all night. Legg, Williams, Norris, Brown, Alvarez, Birch, Payne, Allen, and Geeter. And here we go. Second down and 5. This time a reverse, and that's number 1 here, who's got some daylight and a big first down and then some. He's off to the races, folks. Look at this. Huge play from scrimmage from the Catholic Crusaders, and not content to go out of bounds, or rather not content to be pushed out of bounds, does the stiff arm.
Yeah, how about it right here?
Big play.
Wow, what a play. And you look, when they run this is a pistol wing T offense, a lot of moving parts, and there's a lot of trickeration involved in this. So when you look at this trickeration, you better be in the right place, right time. There's pulling guards. Everybody's moving different directions. So once again, for a Catholic, it's very important. I said in the open, that offensive line, ball control, find way to put the ball in the end zone. It's, once again, so far so good, but you got to find 6 points.
Big play there, big play there. So it's a long first down now to the red zone. This time it's a direct snap, and there he is again. Picks up a couple.
You see Demarius McGee taking a snap at quarterback. Yeah, that young man plays on both sides of the ball, does a little special teams. He is a phenomenal athlete and probably one of the best secondary players, I'm not just going to say in our area, but probably in our state, period.
So picks up a couple. It's going to be 2nd down and 7. And I will tell you, folks, the roster that was sent to me last night from Coach actually doesn't have number 1 on it. So he's had a huge night. Yeah. They won't even tell us who it is. So I'm doing my best to get his name. I'd love to call him out. He's had a huge play from scrimmage already, and you get the feeling he's going to play for us all night. But, again, not on the roster, sadly. 2nd down and 7. Gonna keep this one himself, and he's got plenty of room. That's going to be a first down and a touchdown.
Demarius McGee.
How about that? An Ascend Performance touchdown. So Catholic High School, who has not scored an offensive touchdown all season, says not anymore, my friends. Looking very impressive. Took 1:42 seconds, Jeff.
Yeah, our Sim Performance Materials touchdown on our heating, and air conditioning instant replay. You know what? We talked about this last week of the Escambia. They struggled at the quarterback position. We talked about it. Get it into the hands of your athletes, your best player. That's the best player right there on Pensacola Catholic, Demarius McGee, and you see the difference.
Big-time play. How about that? Kind of a shocking start, honestly, Jeff. I mean, just one big play after another. And Catholic looked really good right off the bat here. It's going to bring in Bredesen to finish things off for the extra point. It's blocked, and that'll call it a dead ball right there. Can't return that as you could at the next level. So it'll end there, 6-0 Catholic. A very impressive start for the Crusaders. Glad you're with us for Friday Night Rivals on a Thursday from Escambia High.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
And we are back, and we are certainly glad you are with us. Catholic High School very quickly marches down the field very impressively, and they lead at 6-0. The extra point was blocked, and here comes Escambia looking to answer back. And, Jeff, I'm assuming in a position they did not expect to be.
Or did they? I mean, hey, they look confident. And for a team that's not scored a touchdown, that's pretty darn good to come out here against a really sharp Escambia defense.
It's a great tackle there, and that's where Escambia is going to start their drive here. And, here comes the Crusaders. Now, this is a team Escambia. This is a team, Jeff, we watched last week. Again, the first half, they really struggled there. You can see the offensive starters here for Escambia. JoJo Blackman, he's the big deal, man.
Phenomenal.
He's the real deal. An incredible player. Last week, big-time touchdown, big-time pick. Jaden Milliner, Betty's, Blackman, of course, his brother. That's Jalen. JoJo, Rennie Prim, the quarterback. Keith Smith, Watts, Graham McCreary, and Booker make up the starting lineup. But Blackman is just an amazing player, one of the best in the area.
Great start by that defensive front for Cat High, baby. That's exactly what the doctor ordered. You come out and score a touchdown. Look, it's been a rough start to the season. You're 1-1 against a big-time rival at home, and what a fantastic play by the young man.
And that was Devontae Betty's on the carry. Here's the Catholic High D, which looks so good there. That's Golston, Brawls, Bradley McGee, DeJesus, Wingate, Brewster, Flavi, Gully, Bragg, and Robertson. 2nd down, a loss here, so 2nd and 12. That's going to be Blackman and Jalen. And that's a nice game. Going to be 3rd down in about 3 or 4.
Yeah, how about the brother connection right there? You can't, hey, look, both fantastic athletes. And you know what? When you look at this, the key here is going to be Catholic on defense. We talked about Rennie Prim, JoJo Blackman, now the Blackman brothers. You might as well throw them both out there. Fantastic. They got speed all over the field. But the key for Catholic is Demarius McGee right there at that secondary in the safety position. He is a ball hawk. Remember, Rennie struggled a little bit against Washington. You do that tonight, could be a pick 6.
3rd down and 5 now. Prim back in the shotgun. Got 4 outs here for Escambia. And that is thrown just to, I think, the first down marker. We'll see if forward progress gets it. It could be just shy, Jeff.
Yeah, Jaden Milliner right there on the reception. I tell you what, though, I love the play call on offense. Nice, easy throws. Get your quarterback broken in. Get his confidence level up right here. You see the heating and air conditioning instant replay. 4th and short.
Very short, 4th and a yard, but on their own 30 and trailing. So we'll see what Escambia's going to do here. At this moment, it looks like they're going for it.
Yeah, look at that jumbo package coming in right there.
Yes,
that's a big buffet buster, and you get behind that young man. It's a good offensive line, by the way.
Talking about number 77, Travis Collette, who's into the game, and I bet he's going to try and make a hole here.
I don't want to be in his way.
No, I would just step aside, sir. 4th and short. Run up the middle, and I'll tell you, he's in some trouble, and I don't think he got it.
That's a stop.
Huge stop for the Catholic High Crusaders here. Come out and score, and then get the 3 and out. So the risk from Coach Ben and Escambia going for it on 4th and short deep in their own territory doesn't pay off. And all momentum toward Catholic Highs right now. And Jeff, again, that's surprising.
Could not have started any better for Cat High and Coach Adams over there. And I tell you what, this is where I have a problem with shotgun offenses. Because if you have the inability, if you can't get under center on 4th and a couple feet, that's where I have a problem. I mean, just because you get a quarterback under there, maybe you put a little bit bigger of a running back, somebody in there, and that way 4th and 1, you get behind that big offensive line and you just shove forward. When you take it, you've got to rely on the snap. The timing's got to be great. It just didn't work out if you see it right there.
Yep. So here we go, Catholic High on the move.
We got a timeout for Escambia.
Timeout, well, yeah, Escambia a little bit on their heels. We're going to stay right here. So timeout on the field with 8:42 to play. Again, we're barely 4 minutes into this game. Catholics had a very quick, long drive, and now the big defensive stop. So Catholic takes over deep in the Escambia territory on the 30-yard line. And Jeff, wouldn't they like to have another touchdown quickly and really make a statement?
Yeah, I mean, when you go the way they came out, and once again, we said the pistol wing tee, a lot of moving parts. So on defense, you talk about it all week long in the film room. You go through the practices, just play your gap. It's gap-to-gap football. Don't worry about anything else. You try to find the football, but play your gap. If everybody does their job, then you can find a way to beat it. It's tough. I mean, once again, like I said, it's easier said than done when you got pulling guards. You got guys that are 250, 300 pounds pulling and coming at you from different directions. You got to have your head on a swivel. And when you got athletes like Wayman Jordan and these guys out here, it just makes it almost unstoppable.
And speaking of Wayman Jordan, let's go ahead and clear things up.
Yes.
We were saying, hey, who's number 1? He's not on our roster. Normally 28 is Jordan, but we believe that that's him wearing 1 tonight. I've had a couple people text me and say that, and that was your working theory in the first place. And, of course, that very long run goes a long way toward that conclusion as well.
Yeah, when he ran the football, I was like, boy, that sure looks familiar. He's not wearing 28.
Yeah.
Where's
Who
he
is
at?
this cat? Exactly. So it looks like Jordan's in 1 tonight, and that's going to be a snap out of his hands. But Jordan picks it up alertly. He's going to lose a lot of yards, but that could have been worse, Jeff.
Yeah, it really could have. They're lucky to get the football back. But once again, this is an offense that prides himself on 2 or 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Negative plays, if Catholic continues to do this is what'll kill him. I'm not sure what all happened in the first couple games. I can tell you that defense bailed them out week 1 against Pine Forest, but West Florida pulled out all the stops. So once again, 2 and 3 yards, that's their bread and butter for Cat High.
So the loss makes it 2nd and long, back now to the 35-yard line. If you're curious, Bredesen, the field goal kicker for Catholic, Coach Adams told me he'll let him kick from about 40 to 45 yards.
2 good kickers tonight.
Yeah.
Yuska for Escambia is just as good.
He's tremendous. Yeah, we saw him last week and just seemed like he was kicking it forever. 2nd and 15 now. King's going to keep it himself and gets it back to about the line of scrimmage, perhaps catches a yard, but that's going to be it.
Yeah, great job right there. That was a coverage sack. As obviously, look, Catholic is not in that pistol wing tee. Doesn't want to throw a whole lot. They typically will throw probably anywhere from 5 to 10 times a game. They want to run the football, all kinds of misdirection coming at you. And you see right there a little bit of an RPO. If it's not there, you just tuck it down. And tell you what, great job in that athletic secondary for Escambia.
All right, 3rd down and long. Again, pretty much no gain there, maybe a yard at the most. But right at the 35-yard line, they got to get down to the 20 to keep this drive moving. And they sure would love to do that, capitalize on that 3 and out, the big stop they got moments ago.
That's a delay of game.
Yes, it is. Got a big old game clock, and so that's going to be a delay of game, making it
game
3rd
on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
3rd and even longer. 3rd and 20 now.
Boy, I love the ref being like that.
It's amazing.
It is awesome. It's a lot better than people up here listening to us.
Yeah, you're so right. And again, that's all credit to this crew. The Friday Night Rivals crew gets here about 7 hours before the game and starts setting up and taking care of all that good stuff. And so it does make a difference. And certainly glad they did it.
We darn sure appreciate it.
Yep. 3rd down and 20.
Yeah, it's just 20 yards.
Well, just throw it and see what happens. King is going to do that right over the top, and he has a man, and it is complete. A perfect pass and a tremendous catch. Wow, on 3rd and 20, a huge conversion. King under pressure. Check it out on the Peden replay here. Gets it off. Boom.
The corner never gets his head around, and that was a beautiful pass connection right there to Jordan Bradley. Man, oh man, that is a long 1st down. Boy, oh boy.
Deep now in the Escambia territory. How about that on 3rd and 20 after the delay of game? Catholic converts, keeps the drive going, and we're deep in the red zone now.
Hey, man-to-man across the board. I mean, that's what you get. Sometimes you get beat man-to-man. Great throw. I tell you what, that is a fantastic throw.
Yes, it was. Led him beautifully. And here comes on the sweep. That's Jordan Bradley again. Makes the big catch moments ago and still on his feet. Gets down to about the 2 here. And Catholic High is in big-time business. 2nd down and 1 from about the 2, it looks like.
Tell you what, this is how Cat High will wear you out on the defensive side. They will go sideline to sideline if they need to. And once again, they have depth at the running back position. You see Jordan Bradley right there. And remember, this is listed as a strong safety. These guys play both ways. Old Iron Man football, the way that I grew up, that's how you play. You want to play both sides of it. But once again, I think, look, Escambia's been a little surprised. I think they didn't expect to get here, come here and get punched in the mouth. Remember, Catholic High didn't show up till 20 minutes before the game started.
You're right. We were like, literally like, did anybody tell them the game is on Thursday? 2nd down and 1 from about the 2.
Demarius McGee at quarterback.
Yes, indeed. Good call.
Uh-oh. No surprise there.
Not going to work. That was Jordan who gets the handoff, tries to come out wide, not able to get anywhere, and so it's a loss. 3rd down now and 5 from the 6.
Yeah, great job by that defensive front of Escambia as you see Demonte Gaston up there. A host of Gators, obviously guys like Tabari Taylor. We talked about him last week. He was a catalyst in that defense. Boy, he just came alive in the 2nd half and took over. I mean, just barrage of a great defensive play last week. And once again, Catholic 3rd, they can still get a 1st down, but they don't want to be in 3rd and long.
Well, they completed 3rd and 20, so
That's true. You're absolutely
3rd
right.
and 5. Gonna keep it himself. Got some room. Down to about
Great
the
job.
1 yard line. That's McGee again. Not able to get in. Did he convert? Looks like he's going to be just short. Remember, it was not 3rd and goal. It was 3rd and 5 from the 6. And now he gets to about the 2, so they are a yard short. So they're going to kick. Yep, they're going to kick the field goal here and try to go up 9-0. That'll bring in again Bredesen, who's a terrific kicker for Catholic. Kicked well last year.
Hey, I get taking the points. I'm not going to argue with it. That's why Coach Adams is over there. But I'll tell you what, that offensive line, this is a line that is built for short yardage right here. But, hey, you know what? That's pure respect to that defensive front of Escambia. They're kicking the field goal. Bredesen's a good one.
It's a 19-yard attempt. Blocked first moments ago on the extra point. This time it's up, and it is good.
It's good.
And Catholic High now leading it 9-0 with 4:47 to go here in quarter number 1. A very impressive start for the Crusaders. We're going to find out if Escambia can answer coming up next on Friday Night Rivals.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
We are back. We are live. We're at Escambia High School, where the Catholic High School Crusaders have taken a 9-0 lead on the hometown. And Jeff, it's a small crowd. No surprise, of course, only allowed to go to 30% capacity because of COVID. And then on top of that, a Thursday night game. Very small crowd. And Catholic going to go with a little pooch kick here. Fair catch caught. And looks like really good field position for Escambia.
Reception right there by DeCoveney Shine.
Well done.
That's a big running back.
I thought it was interesting that he called for the fair catch. Clearly, he knew, hey, I might get it, and had that plan in head.
Yeah, the
didn't
pooch
seem like
kick.
a guy who was surprised to catch him, you know?
No, not at all. And after the first time they pooch kick, look, they don't want to kick it deep to JoJo Blackman or the brother Blackman, the brothers Blackman. That's what I'm going to call them
JoJo
tonight.
and Jalen.
They are both fantastic, and I don't blame them.
All right, so here we go. Escambia at the 36-yard line. Prim's got his man, and nearly a great catch. Tashawn Key was the intended receiver. Just threw him a little wide. Ooh, and now 2 flags flying. Clearly some post-play activity. It could be a personal foul. Let's see what this is.
This will be interesting.
Yeah, they're discussing. Here we go.
It's going to go against Catholic.
After the play.
All right.
So obviously not ideal on the microphone there, but as you could plainly see, that was a personal foul. And a 15-yard pickup now, and it moves to the other side of the field. See if we can, right there. Man, can't do that.
Somebody said something about somebody else's mama. I told you.
It's a mistake. It's a mistake. And it's not what Coach Adams is looking for. You get Escambia down 9-0 at home. You don't want to give them anything.
Especially after an incompletion. That's the worst part of it.
Right. Would have been 2nd and 10 instead 1st and 10 from now Catholic side of the field at the 49.
Great job right there. Braden Brewster coming in, making the tackle, but even better job, Jordan Bradley coming in and look, impeding progress. That's all you got to do right now. And finishing the job, Mr. Brewster, good start.
I would say, yeah, so far so good for the Cat High D. Haven't given up much other than that penalty moments ago.
Remember early on in the Washington game, Rennie didn't throw it deep. I mean, we talked about it.
Right.
Hey, open this defense up. You know, show that you can throw the football deep. Now, respect to Catholic secondary right now, but eventually you just got to let it loose sometimes.
Well, and again, when you have the luxury of someone like JoJo Blackman, you've got that opportunity to say, I mean, that's why Coach late in the second ended up saying, let's just let JoJo play quarterback. We got to get the ball in his hands. Same thing. It's like, let's just find him. It's going to be another handoff up the middle. This time there is some room, lots of room, and that's number 7. Jalen Blackman, of course, that's JoJo's brother, who says, don't forget about me. He's not the only Blackman out here on the field, and that's not quite enough for a long first down. It'll be 2nd and about a yard, about the 3rd and a yard. Check that.
Yeah, and I tell you, I hate to, you know, obviously we still have plenty of football left, but these are 2 guys that are seniors at Escambia. They have been a part of the organization, a part of this team since they were freshmen. You've watched them grow, just how fantastic they are, and boy, both of them, it wouldn't surprise me if both of them are going to play on Saturdays.
It's like a couple of weeks ago when the Watt family had 3 different players in the same game.
Yeah,
in the NFL.
absolutely.
It was incredible.
It's like the Subway commercial.
Yeah, 3rd and short now. Nice pass.
Great
That's going to be a long first down. Beautifully done. And the chains will move for Escambia. Couldn't get the number. Who was that?
Number 2 right there.
Gotcha. So that's Milliner, whose name will get called frequently tonight, as it did last week. He's a big part of the offense.
Yeah, any guy that's on that field, go ahead, and they're going to get him the football at some point. I mean, that's how deep this roster is.
Good point.
I mean, once again, you got a guy like Rennie Prim, a younger quarterback coming up. He's proved he can throw the football. You watch the film on him, he really wows you, but he's a guy that you want to grow up around an offense like this because he has weapons everywhere you look.
Late now in the first quarter with 2:49 to play. It's 1st and 10 for Escambia. And once again, they're going to try to run. The ball is loose.
Catholic
has recovered it.
It's Zach DeJesus jumping on the football, but boy, oh boy, a hit was delivered by, it looked like, Cedric Wingate, the senior linebacker. Let's check right here.
There's a look at the PD replay.
Cedric, number 9.
What a hit and what a turn of events there as Escambia had gained a little momentum, was moving down the field, but Catholic will take over now at the 36-yard line, leading it 9-0. And again, the Crusader defense looking very impressive tonight. They held them to a 3-and-out, and now they forced the turnover.
Yeah, I mean, look, the offense has struggled. The defense has played well. Actually, believe it or not, in a 31-0 loss, they played well. I mean, they just got no help from the offense. In that Pine Forest game, they got key turnovers, and that was the reason they won 12-7. So, hey, once again, that's what you love to see from an opportunistic offense or defense.
And here's a reverse, and that's going to pick up a few, of course. That's Jordan, who had the big run early in the game, picks up about 4 here. And, Jeff, on the note of the defense, you know, something I ask whenever I talk to these coaches during the week, I always ask them, you know, what's the one thing you know you can count on, that you're not that worried about going into any game? And for Coach Adams, we spoke last night, and he said, oh, hands down, it's our defense. I've got tremendous faith in our defense. They're terrific, and we've seen it here tonight.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, once again, I say the leader of that defense. There's multiple guys. I mean, where do you look? You know, Demarius McGee to me is that defensive quarterback for them. Tell you what, but once again, Coach Adams has done a great job building that program.
King throws it out. Oh, mercy. That was
wow.
A great catch.
Wow.
Oh, look at this. I thought that might have been a late hit, but it is not called. Nonetheless, it's a long first down. Tell me about the play, Jeff.
Boy, you see Caden King right here, and he throws it to a spot. You try to teach your quarterbacks that, and I tell you what.
That's a great catch.
If it wasn't the perfect spot, Nathan Williams, number 22 right there, does not catch it. Beautiful job.
Honestly, I'll tell you, I actually thought it had the shot at being a pick six going the other way. It looked like he threw him a little behind him, and here came the big Escambia defender. But all that didn't want to happen. Instead, it's a big gain for Catholic. They're moving again. It's a long first down, now at the 38-yard line of Escambia with 1:54 to play.
Yeah, we talked about ball control, and that's what they're doing so far. When you get a turnover on defense, you got to capitalize against a really good team in Escambia. And you know what? Less than a minute left, or a minute left here. This is they need 6 points in a bad way.
A little sweep option here. Jordan again in some trouble, and that's going to be a loss. Loss of about 4. Not able to go anywhere there. Maybe trying to be a little too fancy, Jeff.
Yeah, a little toss sweep over there. And hey, you know what? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But Escambia was not going to be fooled. Now, we've seen that jet sweep that they do where the receiver goes in motion and he tosses it in front of him. It worked before. But, hey, you're only going to get so many times you're going to fool this defense. We saw that last week, once again, against a really good Washington team. In the second half, the adjustments were made for Escambia, and they took advantage of it.
So after the loss, now 2nd and about 13 from the 41. It's Jordan again, and once again, another huge loss. So back-to-back big plays from the Escambia defense. That's number 17 there.
Javion Mobley coming in. And look, we talked about playing your gap, and this is what I'm talking about. A lot of moving pieces. They fake one direction, they give it the other. As long as you play your gap, don't chase the football. Follow your gap. This is what happens. Great job by the young man.
All right, so now it is 3rd and about 19. And remember, earlier in the quarter, Catholic did convert a 3rd and 20, which led to the field goal. So they'll have another chance at a big conversion here, and we'll see if King has an opportunity to show off that arm as he did on that play earlier in the game, Jeff.
I tell you what, you fool them once, it's hard to fool them twice, but you know what? Hey, I've seen crazier things this year.
No doubt. And not this time, no, sir. That's 3 straight losses for the Crusaders on offense. It'll make it 4th and about 30. And, of course, they're going to punt. And Escambia finally has something big time go their way as the quarter is just about rounding out here, the final 10 seconds. And I don't think we're going to see another play.
No, Coach Coward's defense doing a good job adjusting and getting some pressure. Once again, this is a team that's not going to throw the football a whole lot, so you know what? They're going to give up big sacks sometimes.
That'll do it for quarter number 1. Up until the final minute or so, it was all Catholic, but Escambia is about to get the ball back. It's Friday Night Rivals, the special Thursday edition. Glad you're with us. Stay tuned.
Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
We are back, and here we are. We're up on the roof. You can see that's me waving my hand there. Glad you're with us at Escambia High School in West Pensacola. 4th and very long, so Catholic will punt here. Milliner and Jefferson back for Escambia. Nice punt, takes a great bounce. Now going the other way. Going to be back at about the 16-yard line, and that's where Escambia will try to get things cruising here, Jeff. Again, the Crusaders have a great quarter, though Escambia's defense comes up big, and you know that offense would love to make a statement here early in the quarter and kind of change the tone of this game.
Yeah, once again, we saw that obviously last week after halftime, Coach Bennett brought his team together as one. He told us, remember after the game, he said, look, I separate my coaches, tell them to go somewhere else. I talk to my team. He just did that at the end of the half,
really?
or end of the quarter right there.
Quarter.
So
okay.
obviously down 9-0. They were down 13-0 at half last week, and they came back. But tell you what, so far they got some problems they got to figure out.
And he told us last week at halftime it was the worst he'd ever seen his team play since he's been there, offense or defense. But they end up getting the win. And this time a run right up the middle is going to be a nothing-doing situation. That'll make it 2nd and maybe 9. Might have gotten a yard. That would be about it.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, you've got to be able to throw the football down the field. That's the difference in this Escambia offense. They have weapons out there. You see JoJo Blackman to the bottom of the screen. Number 1, I mean, once again, he is as dynamic as there is in the Pensacola surrounding area. I don't care where you go, down here in the South overall. And
well, so again, Jeff, I'll ask you what I asked you about this time last week. Hang on, here's a big play. Throw over the middle.
Oh,
it's a
nice
great catch. Great catch. Overthrown just a touch, but looks like it's going to be a PSC, Pensacola State College, first down, or maybe not. Maybe just shy. Third down, or about a yard there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a terrific catch, though.
Akeem Stokes, how about him? Get the sophomore getting in on the action, but
It's a great catch, so that'll be third down and short. And again, near side here, JoJo Blackman is out wide. That's what I was going to say. Like, again, Jeff, why is it not as simple as just where does he throw it to him? You know, what am I? I mean, I get it. I just don't know, I guess. But why not do that?
I can't answer that. I mean, I really can't.
I don't want Coach Bennett to watch the replays and be like, I'll tell you why, Christian. All right, third and short here. No, not going to be enough. Well, hold
there you
up.
go. The pile starts moving.
The second effort will be a Pensacola State College first down, and Escambia moves it. And that's a bummer if you're a Crusader fan because they had him stopped, Jeff. And the pile started moving, as you said. The momentum gets going, and it turns into a first down.
And once again, you look at the offensive line, big offensive line for Escambia, the big buffet busters. I love to call them up there. And I tell you what, the defensive line, they outweigh that defensive line, but so far the defensive line is quick. They've been able to shoot those gaps, and right there you get that big pile. Well, you've got about close to a ton of weight right there pushing forward. That's a lot of big old
folks
boys
helping you out. So it is a first down. Big conversion there for Escambia. Prim wants to pass. Throws it a little high there. And that was number 2, of course, Milliner, who was the intended receiver. Probably could have caught it, but the pass was a little high, Jeff.
Yeah, great play right there to try to swat away Jabril Brawls. But, yeah, and once again, we've seen this. Rennie Prim, he can throw the football. I mean, he really can throw a beautiful ball. Left-handed quarterback coming out of there. Credit the secondary. I mean, they just played a great job. Now, I think that if they have an opportunity, it's to keep it away from number 6 over the middle, Demarius McGee, the young man sitting back there. Like I said, he is a ball hawk. Now, obviously, you're talking about offers to Tennessee and stuff like that. He is going to have a bright future. But I think out here on the edge, like you were talking about, I think they have an opportunity.
Second down and 10. Prim is going to throw
Beautiful.
it. Oh, it's a great pass. Milliner makes the catch, and he's gone. Forget about it. Makes a terrific move. That's going to be an Ascend performance touchdown, a big play, a game changer. Terrific pass over the middle, and a little spin move out of the tackle, and see you later.
You're talking about threading the needle right here. A simple slant, quick slant. Now he's going to split the linebacker in the corner right there. Great throw. I mean, beautiful route, even better throw. And I tell you what, break a tackle, and it's off to the races.
That is just what Escambia needed here. Again, there's the broken tackle. If anything, the tackle gave him a little momentum, and forget about it. See you later. Big-time play, Jeff.
And that's what they needed. I mean, coming out a little bit sloppy. Cat High's coming off playing perfect. I mean, near perfect for Catholic right there. And for Escambia, that was a big-time touchdown. Now things are starting to sway back in their direction.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The defense looked really good. Here's Ethan Yuska, who's got a tremendous leg on for the extra point. And it's good and then some. And that'll make it 7-9. So Escambia turns the tables a little bit. They have a big play of their own. Still trailing, but things have changed a little here from Escambia High School. It's Friday Night Rivals. We'll be right back.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
The Escambia High Gator Band having some fun tonight playing When You're Hot, You're Hot. And why not? After a big-time play to put them back into the game. Now the Crusaders have a shot for a little redemption themselves here with 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. I'll tell you, Jeff, so far some fireworks. It's been an exciting game at this point.
Yeah, Catholic came in to not scoring a touchdown in 2 weeks, and they automatically drove down the field and put it in the end zone, and up 9-0, and then hey, big play right there by Escambia. So we got ourselves a ball game.
Yep. So Jordan and Brawls are back to return. Neither one will get the chance. It's going to be a touchback. So Catholic's drive is going to start at the 20.
I feel like Ethan Yuska, the kicker right there, I feel like he could kick it in a different zip code.
It's something.
I mean, the ball just explodes off his leg.
Well, Coach told me, he said he's willing to let him kick it from 60. I said, 60? He said, oh, yeah, as if it was nothing, honestly. So he will probably have a future. You talk a lot about guys who will be playing on Saturdays. It feels like he's one of them.
Well, he transferred. The thing is, he transferred in from Washington. because they canceled football where he was.
And to be clear, yeah, okay, so not Washington High. He came in from Washington State.
Yes,
yeah,
Washington.
Right.
And the thing is, he came in and what a blessing. He just falls into your lap. It's hard to find some good kickers.
No doubt. At every level. Little reverse here.
Uh-oh.
And penalty on the play. Jordan loses a yard, but we'll see what that penalty is. Probably going to be a hold, is my guess, Jay.
Yeah, it's in the area of holding, so let's find out.
Okay. Yep, it's a hold on Catholic. So they lose a yard, but they're going to lose more than that because of the penalty.
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty. Spotted foul. Replay. First down.
There you go.
So it's going to be second down, or rather first down, check that, and 20 from the 7 or 8 yard line. Catholic now deep in their own territory, and they got to be careful here.
Yeah, moving backwards in a hurry. We talked about it. Remember, Catholic's bread and butter is 2, 3, maybe 4 yards in a cloud of dust each play. Positive plays. That's how that pistol wing T runs. That negative's not going to cut it.
No. Got to be careful here against the Escambia D. Little option coming out wide. It's Jordan Bradley, who breaks a couple of tackles, makes a really nice play, ends up picking up maybe 3 or 4.
Looks like there's a
hold
fumble.
on. We may have a fumble on the play. Escambia saying they got
football.
it. Yes, they do. So just as we're talking about how careful Catholic has to be, Escambia gets the turnover they were looking for, and it was looking like all Catholic in quarter number 1. It is not looking like that anymore as Escambia starts off with a huge play and a touchdown. Here's a look at the Peden replay.
You see the toss sweep, and you know what? Once again, they cut off that edge. We saw that play earlier. They cut the edge off. If you cut the edges off on this pistol wing tee, forget about it. I mean, you've got to find ways to get your linemen out there and be able to prevent that. And right now, Escambia's beating them to the point.
No doubt. Gators looking real good all of a sudden. They will have 1st and 10 from about the 13-yard line. They're well within Uska's range right now, that's for sure.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
Coach Bennett's got to be feeling a little better. I was watching him midway through the first quarter, and you could tell he was shocked like everyone else about what was going on. That's Blackman, who picks up about 4, it looks like. It'll be second down and 6.
Yeah, positive yards. I mean, that's a great job right there. You know what's crazy, though? And I sent this, I believe it was yesterday I sent you. They released the playoff brackets for high school already.
So weird.
It is amazing. And you know, just 2020, we said it before. Look, week 1, everybody makes the playoffs. So, my goodness. The fact that I got that in my inbox, I was like,
it's like, what, huh?
Already? And then I realized it's just they drew names randomly. Some teams get a bye, and then the play-in game. Some teams got to play the play-in game.
Yeah.
So, hey.
When everybody's in, let's just roll with it.
Oh.
Throws it high. Lucky it wasn't picked off on the trailing defender there. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 6. So Prim a little high on the throw there, Jeff.
Yeah, the Milliner right there. That's the young man that took it to the house last time. But
moments ago.
And those are high percentage plays. That's where the young man's got to grow up a little bit and take his time. Don't rush it out there. You want to get it out there quick, but it does you no good if you throw it high like that. And he's lucky it wasn't a pick.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Trailing Cat High defender had a shot there.
The Fighting Christian Garments, huh? This is your alma mater.
It is. Proud Cat High grad, class of 92. 3rd down and 7. And that also could have been picked off. It's not, and it's going to bring up 4th down. It looks like Yuska may well get his opportunity, but that could have been an ugly, costly mistake there.
And regardless how you look at it, fantastic job by that Catholic defense.
Yep.
They were put in a horrible situation. Yep. Remember, this is a defense that has bailed the offense out quite some time. They did it right there, and hey, you know what? Worst case scenario, you give up 3, but 3 is a lot better than 7.
It's going to be a 26-yard attempt now for Yuska, and you're right. Assuming he makes it, and I'd be surprised if he does not, they're going to take the lead 10-9, and you get the feeling that about 5 minutes ago, Coach Adams from Catholic would have taken that.
Oh, for sure.
Low snap, well caught. Ooh, it's a low kick too. And despite all of the trouble, Yuska converts, and Escambia does have their first lead of the night, now up 1, 10-9. So we saw this last week, Jeff, and we see it again tonight. A very low snap, in fact, a single hop there, but he makes the play, and they convert. So we will take a break on Friday Night Rivals. Glad you're with us, folks. It's now 10-9 Escambia, 8:47 to play here in the second quarter.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
We're back. Glad you're with us. It's the Northwest Florida State Sports Desk. This time, the sports desk is located on the rooftop of the press box here at Escambia High, and it is where we are, and we are in a very good position with a beautiful view of a beautiful historic field. I remember, Jeff, back in, I want to say it was 88. I very well may be wrong. It was Emmett Smith's time, so I don't know if that was the year, but my buddy David Nolan's dad said, guys, we're going to watch this guy play because he's got an incredible future, and came to this field and watched it, and that's going to be a touchback.
Good call.
And he had a big night. He scored a couple of touchdowns. I'll never forget it. I'm still telling that story. So to David Nolan and his dad, thank you for making sure I got to see that. That was a cool night right here on this field, and so many of them when Emmett Smith was rolling through.
I can't top that. I'm not going to try. It's Emmett Smith, but I actually remember coming here and used to watch the old Pensacola Power, the women's football team that used to be so darn good.
That was fun.
Right here.
That was really fun. I have a great story about this field. Back when I was on 3 in the morning at Channel 3 doing the weather, it was probably around, Jack Kahneman, our director, may well remember this. It was probably around 2002, 2003, beginning of football season. We were going to do this big football season is here kickoff morning show live from this field. And we had invited the boosters from Auburn and Alabama and Florida State. And we had the high school coaches, the Pensacola Power were here. It was this huge thing. Show starts at 5:30. At about 5:10, the sprinklers kicked on all over the field. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and he's going to go down. No gainer there. And none of us had thought of it. And, it's not like it was the middle of the day, so there was no crew. Luckily, we were able to get a hold of somebody from maintenance who was able to tell us how to turn them off. But all this prep for a month and a half, and then nobody had thought about that. And 20 minutes before we start the show, the sprinklers kicked on. It was not funny at the time, but looking back now, it's a good laugh.
Yeah, Caden King, the quarterback on the carry right there, and not sure if that's how they drew it up, but that is not the yardage they wanted to get, which was no gain on first down.
No gain, 2nd and 10 now. King back there by himself, but they are going to hand it off, and that will be a pickup of a couple. That's number 2, Quentin Goldstrom on the carry.
Tell you what, they when you remember Catholic, I remember the past few years, Mr. Wibbs being the quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, the Wibbs family in Catholic has been very prominent. He was a great quarterback last year. He knew how to run this offense. It's weird. I mean, I'll be honest with you. That's part of the job. You see different guys, once again, getting to watch JoJo Blackman start as a freshman and move up, and watching Mr. Wibbs there at quarterback, and now it's Caden King. So it takes a little bit of adjusting.
Donovan Wibbs, who is a member of that very prominent family, was about 30 feet to our right earlier tonight. Saw him up here. He was...
It's a false start.
So Catholic on 3rd and 7 now going to have...
Snap. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
That'll make it 3rd and 12. And again, the Crusaders hurting themselves a little bit here, Jeff.
Ruh-roh. I mean, that's all you can say at this point. You're 3rd and is still long at 7 yards, but it was manageable enough. But
Right.
now, it looks like you're going to have to throw the football.
So, yep, 3rd and 12. And again, at their own 18, so you do got to be careful here. Live to fight another day. Don't get too crazy. But don't forget, earlier in the game, Crusaders converted a very impressive 3rd and 20. So they are capable of big plays. We've seen a couple of them tonight. And it looks like Caden King may get a chance here to show off that arm a little bit. We'll see. Throws it just a little high. Would not have mattered. Wasn't going to be anywhere near enough for the first down. That was, of course, Jordan on the intended reception. Not going to happen. And here comes the punting team for Catholic. And Escambia is going to get a chance to keep on rolling, Jeff.
I mean, Catholic, if you become predictable in 3rd and long and you're going to have to throw the football like that, it's going to be a long, long night. I mean, you just can't. Escambia is too good. I mean, they're really too good on defense. They're too good on offense all over the field. But once again, that defense, they bailed them out last time. We've been nice. I'm sure that defense would have wanted a first down, but nonetheless, they're going to be put to the test again.
So it's 4th and 12, and that's a high snap, big trouble. That's going to go out of the end zone. And that's a safety. Wow, things have really turned around in a very bad way for Catholic. That's going to make it 12-9 Escambia. The high snap, it really was an unmanageable snap. And here it is again, a look.
Yeah, our heating and air conditioning instant replay. And
Bredesen right now is just thinking.
Bredesen tried to knock it back in. That's the last thing you want to do,
right.
young man. Just take the safety instead of giving up 6 points.
Give up 2, not 6. But looks like both teams are going to talk about this for just a moment. Maybe it's a timeout on the field. Could be a,
I believe it's a water break.
Yeah, with 6:48 to go. This is around the time we get the water break. So, you know, again, I mean, the fact that Catholic is down 3 right now, if you're a Catholic fan, if you're just tuning in, you're thinking, hey, good for us. We're hanging there with Escambia. It's only 12-9. But if you've been with us from the start, you know that for most of the first quarter, it was all Catholic. They were winning 9-0. And then late in the quarter, the Escambia D came up with 3 big plays in a row, loss for Catholic. And since that time, that really did kind of change the feel of this game, and it's been all Gators.
The only problem I have is obviously when you're talking about Escambia, and I'm sure Coach Bennett would say the same thing at this point, you getting down 9-0 like that. And remember, Catholic was like 1 yard away from getting that first down on like the 1 or 2 yard line. So it could have easily been 2 scores. Nonetheless, it was what it was. But against really good teams, this is a team that for Escambia, obviously everybody makes the playoffs. But they're trying. Remember, they lost in the state finals last year. They won a state championship. But when you go to play teams like Miami Central and teams like Mainland, you get down 9-0 early, sometimes you can't come back.
Right.
So he does not want them to be able to dig themselves in a hole like they have the past 2 weeks.
So he's punting, of course, not kicking because of the safety. It's a
Beautiful
heck of a punt. Sure is. Fielded and dropped back at the 25-yard line.
That's a big boy.
But the big fella's got a little bit of room and gets it back to the 45-yard line.
Stick up and he shine. He is a running back, ladies and gentlemen, and that is not a running back that he reminds me of the bus.
Like you
He's
said.
not a young man you want to get in the way of.
No. But a couple of brave Crusaders were willing to do so, and that's why
It's the Crusaders mark. That's what they do.
There you go. But a fine return. It'll be 1st and 10 now from the 45-yard line. And with 6:41 to go, plenty of time for Escambia to continue cruising here.
Well, that defensive line has been able to get some quick penetration in the backfield. Interested to see if they're going to be able to do it here. Escambia's made some good adjustments out there. And remember, hey, the slant was a touchdown last time, so interested to see if they go back to the air. Empty backfield.
Prim's going to keep it himself, runs into some trouble, says, whoop.
That's JoJo.
Oh, check that. Thank you, JoJo. There you go. Thank you. And I should have known, because who's better at turning nothing into something than JoJo Blackman, who was in some real trouble one way, ends up gaining 6 on a play, Jeff, that it looked like he was going to lose about 5.
Yeah, that's you got Rennie Prim and JoJo Blackman right there, 2 pretty good athletes. JoJo, you see him just take off, and anytime he takes off, that is scary.
2nd down and 5. Now on the Catholic side of the field, barely right at the 49-yard line.
A pretty quick game moving forward here. Beautiful night. Can't complain. A little wind. It is.
Well, yeah, being up here at the top, really bringing that wind into play. It's been awesome. Very comfortable. Great pass.
Great open field tackle.
Nothing doing there. A little swagger there from the Crusader after that play. That's well done.
This is a great secondary. Jabril Brawls right there making the open field tackle, and that's what you got to do against good teams. They're going to put you out there on an island. You got to be able to make it a quick screen pass. Goes up, secures it. Great job.
Brawls is terrific.
I love when guys wrap up. So many guys come in for the big hit. They want the show, the Hollywood play. They want to drop their shoulder into somebody. I love when guys wrap up.
3rd down and 5, right at midfield now. Oh, got some movement there. Going to make it 3rd and longer.
That's big for Catholic. That is big time.
So the Crusaders catch a break as the Gators just a bit too enthusiastic to get things rolling. So a loss there. That'll make it 3rd and 10. Back now at the 45-yard line, which is just about where this drive started.
There's a lot of speed on the field for Escambia. They subbed and got a speed package out there right now. Boy, there's athletes everywhere.
Scary feeling if you're Coach Matt Adams or any member of the Crusader faithful. Not a big crowd here tonight. Again, not surprising. It is a beautiful night. 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Let's see if he makes it again.
Completed pass, but well
Great
short.
job.
Tried to reach out. No, nothing doing. So it will be 4th down, but 4th and short now on the Catholic side of the field at about the 47 or 48. They got to get to the 45. And Jeff, I was going to say I wouldn't be surprised if they go for it, but it looks like the punting team for Escambia is coming onto the field.
Yeah, with the way that the offense has stumbled a little bit for Catholic, you punt it away, trust your defense to get you back in good field position. But once again, Jabril Brawls, great job slowing him down and waiting for help, and that help was Javion Smith coming in and finishing the tackle.
Yeah, the Crusader D there, they needed that. They needed to stop things a little bit. They were able to, and that's going to give Catholic a shot at a return.
Demarius McGee
yeah,
goes back deep.
Keep going back, all the way back now to the 10, where he's going to expect to field this thing. Great snap, great punt. McGee will not be able to field it. Thinking about going for it. Easy, big fella.
No.
Exactly. So a terrific punt will put Catholic pinned back to about the 13-yard line. And with 4:29 to go, they're going to try and mount an impressive drive that would need 87 yards to get into the end zone. And I'll tell you, Jeff, first quarter, I would have said, hey, why not? They're moving it. This last 30 minutes or so, it hadn't felt like that offense has been able to do that much.
Well, and the thing here, if you're Catholic, is you want to eat up every bit of that clock, and they can do that running the football. But that offensive line is going to have to create some holes. They did it. They created some gaps, big holes to run through, especially that first drive. Escambia's made the adjustments. They started to bring pressure. Once again, I talked about it. If you want to combat this pistol wing tee, play gap-to-gap football, and so far, Escambia's done a great job.
King fakes the pitch
wide
to Bradley.
open.
And a perfect pass.
Goodness.
That's Nathan Williams, and he may be off to the races.
And JoJo's the only man that can catch him. And
he does catch him. JoJo Blackman runs him down. The fake option proves a huge play for Catholic, and they're going to have 1st and goal. And Jeff, we were talking about whether they had enough time. Well, that took about 13 seconds.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, and that is a tremendous play. Once again, the play action. That's what happens when you run the football. There's going to be openings like this. Beautiful pass, gives it some air, lets his guy run underneath it. And JoJo, I'm going to tell you, you're not going to get away from JoJo Blackman. But I'm going to tell you right now, JoJo, if they don't score, that's the man right there, because he could have easily given up and let that man run, and he tracked him down. It's been tough sled. Remember, outside of that play, they have struggled to move the football, so we'll see what they do here inside the 10 for the Pensacola State 1st down.
Nathan Williams with a huge play and a terrific pass to
Demarius at quarterback. Bit of a wildcat here.
He's going to keep it, which is no surprise. Not going anywhere. Gets to about the 6 or 7. So it'll be 2nd and goal from that yard line.
I don't like that being ran to the short side of the field. I just don't. When you got an athlete, Demarius McGee, you combine all these bodies in one small spot. I get that's how the offense works sometimes. But get your athlete out in space. Get him where there's less numbers out there, where he can outrun guys and put a move on a guy. Right there, he couldn't put a move on a guy. There's 6 other guys right there by him.
You know what? I'm going to text Coach Adams real quick and just let him know. Say, Jeff is not okay with that call.
He could care less. He'll
Well, if he's checking his phone, that alone would surprise me.
Absolutely.
2nd and goal. Gee again.
Uh-oh.
He's in some trouble, and he's going to lose yardage, and now it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 12. And you think back to JoJo Blackman making that stop on what would have been a touchdown, and if they hold him here, it's going to turn into a huge play by Blackman, and Catholic may be forced to try and kick a field goal if they can't convert.
Great job by Javion Mobley. You see the young man right there, and once again cutting these edges off. I'm not sure if they were. It looks like they were out of sorts. Him and Raymond Jordan. Remember, Raymond Jordan's wearing number 1 tonight. He fooled us the first time. But somebody was not on the same page, and I'm assuming Catholic may call a timeout here. I'm not sure. They got their playmakers over there. It's probably what they're going to do here on this 3rd down. Let the clock run down.
And again, it is 3rd and goal.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do.
Back at the 12. Crusaders going to run out that clock. They only want to give Escambia as little time as possible to do anything, no matter what the outcome is here. You know, Jeff, there are other games tonight. I know you were checking scores earlier. While you get a chance to kind of get the phone out and see if you can give us an update there, I'll remind you that it is a Thursday night version. Of course, normally we do this on Friday nights, but because of Hurricane Delta earlier in the week, there was consideration that it might be threatening here. And so the games were moved up to Thursday night. That's why we're playing tonight. And Jeff, we're not the only ones playing tonight.
No, we're not. And look, got some games, obviously, right now, and it's been not 100% sure. This is what I'm getting at this point. Pine Forest is up on Booker T. Washington 7-6 in the fourth quarter. I believe they started an hour early tonight, too.
Yeah, must have.
Baker is up on Freeport 7-0. Niceville is up big on Mosley 38-0 at half. Obviously, Choctaw, how about this? 7-6 over Navarre right now. And Pace is up 14-10 on Tate.
If Pine Forest were to convert the win on Washington, would you consider that to be a surprise, an upset?
No, because, look, we have so many good teams this year with everything COVID-related and the practices, things have changed. You know what? I'm not surprised by anything in 2020.
It is the Friday Night Rivals Sports Booth from Northwest Florida State College. We're live at Escambia here in West Pensacola. Catholic with a big moment in the game. It's 3rd and goal, but from the 12. And you know after that huge play, they don't want to settle for a field goal attempt. And it looks like we may have a false start.
Timeout. Escambia.
Check that, thank you. Check
Second
that.
charge, timeout and a half.
So that's interesting, Jeff. So coming off the timeout, Coach saw something, you think?
Aiden Bird at quarterback. Different quarterback this time. So interesting, maybe they said, wait a minute,
There's
that's
Coach
not the
Bennett.
personnel that we thought was out there. So, yeah, you get it's a big play for them.
It's a big play for both
big
sides,
play,
for
yes,
sure.
absolutely.
Yeah, big moment in the game right now. And there you can see Coach Bennett talking to the troops. It was great. I tell you, last week, we talked to Coach Bennett after the win in Washington, and he was so chatty, and it was like, man, he's really happy to talk to us. And earlier in the week, he'd gone out of his way to find time for us. It was awesome, and it was good to see him just so willing to talk to us. And he was pumped coming off that win. He really was. You could tell. He said when we gave him the trophy, he said, "I can't believe I'm standing here accepting this trophy." He did not think they were going to win that game.
Yeah, and it was wild the way they came back because, look, Booker T. Washington's a good football team. They got athletes all over. They got down a whole 13-0, and with that Booker T. Washington team, you thought, no way they come back.
Right.
No way they come back, especially the way Escambia was playing. We talked about good teams make adjustments coming into the second half. Boy, oh boy, Coach Coward did a great job talking to his defense at halftime, and they figured it out and got the big win.
All right, here we go. 3rd and goal. As we said, big moment for both sides. I'd say bigger for Catholic because it does feel like Escambia's got all the momentum now. Oh, it.
Out of bounds. That's just not going to cut it, young man.
Yeah, that was thrown 10 yards beyond the pylon, and so that will make it 4th down. And now the Crusaders going to kick probably about a 29 or 30-yard field goal. And that would tie the game. Still a big opportunity because, remember, this drive started with 4.5 minutes to go in the quarter back at their own 10-yard line. They have one enormous play. And, Jeff, JoJo Blackman makes the tremendous defensive play, chases down Nathan Williams, and as a result, Catholic now settling for a long field goal.
Effort plays. I mean, that's what you're going to get out of the end, man. We'll see what Bredesen does right here. But
yeah, let me check that. I said settling for a long field goal. That's not the case yet. It's an attempt. It's a great-looking attempt. It's got plenty of leg, and it is good.
There you go.
So Bredesen converts. Catholic does get points out of it. That will tie the game with 2 minutes and 6 seconds to go. And, listen, that has to feel really good for Coach Adams and the Crusaders. Granted, they wanted 6 after that big play, but they started this drive deep in their own territory. They hadn't done much this entire quarter to make us think they could roll, and then they have a huge play. They don't get the touchdown, but they did tie this game.
So for Catholic, you played really well. Then you played really bad, and then you come out and you get a big play, which is the last thing you talk about a pistol wing tee, a big pass down the middle, wide open, man. Great job to get it done. And look, things were getting pretty bad right there. A couple bad plays, a couple stops behind the line. You're thinking, oh, no, here we go again, and then make a field goal. I mean, it's the best of a bad situation, and guess what? It's 12-12 with 2 minutes going in there left in the second quarter. No matter what, you have an opportunity, a great opportunity. You're in this ball game.
Absolutely, and again, we keep going back to, there we are on TV. Well, at least me. Jeff, you're being blocked.
That's good. I'm gonna stay right
We
here.
asked him to stand there all night.
Good.
Said,
that is
please.
perfect. I need to pay him.
We all do. There you can see some of the folks here tonight on a lovely night. I was a little worried we might catch a shower. There were a couple in the area earlier today. I knew we were going to be up here.
I saw you messing with that weather station right there.
They
You
got
were
a
very
nice,
intrigued.
just 10 feet away from us right now. I'd say a beautiful Escambia decorated, branded weather station. I don't know if Channel 3
still
knows
looking
about
at
that.
it,
It's a lovely. My eyes were as big as saucers
They
when I
were.
saw that thing.
Oh, you just never give it up.
No, I
You
can't.
did it for so long. You
Can't.
still do it every now and then, don't you?
Yeah, that's right. Fill in from time to time. Did it a couple weeks ago, before Sally. Here we go.
So you were the one.
Yeah. And that's Jalen Blackman, who fields it at about the 5-yard line. Makes a few nice moves and gets it back to the 29-yard line with just under 2 minutes to play. And Escambia's offense. And, you know, Jeff, as you've talked about all night, with so many big-time athletes, 2 minutes is a short amount of time, but it only takes one play for this offense.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. And if you're Catholic right here, really good secondary. I mean, I would love to say double JoJo Blackman to make sure that he is not the one that beats you right here, but I actually have faith in this secondary in Catholic. They played really well. Look, they have carried this team this year. And you know what? It's going to be interesting because we haven't really seen Escambia throw the football down the field. We've seen some short passes. They may have to open it up this drive.
We'll see if they do. They're going to pass. That's Blackman who makes the
There he
catch, and
is.
he's got some room. It's going to be just shy. I'm sorry, we have a turnover here. He may have lost the ball. He sure did fumble it, and this is a big return. Catholic will have the ball down at the 24-yard line. So Blackman had a nice little play, gained a few yards, and I know I may be making this call premature, but that sure looked like it was Catholic's ball. There's still
They didn't call him down.
a lot of folks. Exactly, that's what I was
There it
thinking.
is.
Sure enough, Catholic does have the ball, so the defense comes up big. Here's a look with the Pete replay.
Let's check it out. JoJo Blackman cutting up right here. Just a gang tackle, and the ball popped out.
Sure
You're right.
did, and
I mean,
a
the ball
great play
popped out.
there. And how about that? Look at the Crusaders. Here they come. That was a surprising turn of events, and that's Cedric Wingate, who makes the recovery and does something with it. You know, you always say just fall on it. Cedric didn't want to just fall on it. He said, hold up now. I could do something here, and he did. And Catholic in business now down to the 24-yard line, and that's where the drive will start.
Well, if you're Catholic, you got to take advantage of it. How many times do you get opportunities like this? And yet, for that Catholic defense, another big-time turnover.
Yep. And honestly, Jeff, I mean, part of me is thinking that Catholic may be thinking, hey, at least we didn't give up a score. A reversal here, and that's Jordan who picks up a few.
Yeah, I mean, here's a couple things. Eat that clock. Try to get
Right.
You want to try to get 6, but regardless, try to get some points out of this. And looks like we got an injured Gator down right now. Looks like Jalen Norris.
Looks like he's trying to get up, so that's very good to see. The attempt so quickly, and he is getting up. He'll need a minute, but nonetheless, good to see he's walking off there.
Absolutely.
So we'll take that. A pickup of about a yard, second down now. Right at the 23-yard line. Minute 33 to go. Boy, Jeff didn't see this coming after Catholic gets the field goal. And you know, on that fumble, Blackman, it was a good-looking play. He'd picked up 6 or 7 before that ball was stripped. Looks like
Yeah, Demarius McGee coming in at quarterback. We've seen them do this a little bit now. Once again, we talked about it. Demarius is the overall athlete. I mean, he is a 3-star prospect on 247 Sports. He is a guy highly recruited in the SEC, ACC. It don't matter. If they play college football, he's being recruited by them.
that's a good place to be, and he's going to keep it.
Great stop.
Here's the one question I'll ask about that. So, Jeff, we've seen this several times. We've seen McGee get the snap and to see what he can do with it, not unlike what we saw with Blackman last week. But isn't it true that in those instances, we all know what's about to happen? Like, it takes away any mystery. We know is he going to pass? Is he a threat to pass at all?
He can. And here's the thing. You talk about it, and he can do so many different things. And I tell you what, later on in the game, they may set that where they fake that zone read, and he throws it down the field. So we'll see what
Oh, a
happens.
tough snap, and that ball's on the ground, and it's still on the ground, and picked up by Escambia. So a bad snap, and King not able to handle it. He made a couple of attempts, just couldn't grab it. And sure enough, Escambia gets the turnover right back with under 30 seconds to play. But you never know. They may be able to do something with it. And remember, Yuska, their field goal kicker, is a huge leg.
Yeah, Jaden Milliner right there on the recovery. And nobody wants the football at this point with less than 2 minutes going.
Seriously.
Boy, oh boy, it's been an ugly couple minutes here.
But listen, I mean, as I said before, almost not bad for Catholic because because if nothing else, at least they got to roll off another minute and a half. And so now Escambia, with exactly 30 seconds to play, they've reset it there, will have just that amount of time to try and do something. But totally worth noting that they may be the best team in the area, primed to do something with a little amount of time, because they do have such a tremendous field goal kicker in Yuska.
Yeah, but how many times do you get your defense to bail you out? They'll have to do another big one right here. Whoa, how about this? Rennie Prim escaping the pocket.
Able to pick up 2 or 3 there. Good pursuit from the Catholic high school defense. And so Prim picks up about 3, it looks like, with 23.8 seconds to go.
Had great job pressuring the quarterback by Wayman Jordan. Once again, we talked a lot of these players playing both ways, especially on Cat High side. That old Iron Man football, that tends to wear on you. Now, that's where Escambia's depth will come into play here in the second half. But, hey, nonetheless, I've been very, very impressed. Look, we knew how good Escambia was. We weren't sure about Catholic. And I tell you what, I've been extremely impressed how they've bailed out that offense quite a few times on defense.
Yeah, they've got a terrific defense, that's for sure. 2nd down and 8. Pass over the middle. Blackman with a nice move. He may try to get out of bounds, and he does right at the 47-yard line with 17.2 seconds to go. So I would say about the 40. Let me think here. It's hard to do the math. I know that they'll let Yuska kick from about 55 to 60, which is incredible, but true. So that would be somewhere around the 40-yard line. And right now they're about 15 yards from that. So if they pick up 15, 16, 17 yards, they would have a shot.
Yeah, Cedric Wingate, by the way, missed that tackle right there. And that's one thing I'm going to want to make note. Against these dynamic receivers, break down and keep them in front. Do not let them get free.
That was a PSC, Pensacola State College first down. Here's Blackman again, I believe. Is that number 7?
Jake
no, number 2,
right
sorry.
there.
Saw 7, it was 2. So he gets back down to the 44-yard line, and with 10.9 seconds to go, Escambia calls timeout. And you know Coach Bennett is thinking the same thing. Jeff, at this point, I think they're only 5 yards or so at least from giving Yuska an opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, maybe an out route here with 10 seconds, get out of bounds. There you go. If you don't get it, you don't get it. I think even though where they're at right now, he may give him an opportunity regardless.
Well, maybe. It is a windy night. The wind is not behind them. It's blowing side. It's blowing, at this point, I would say, east to west. So that wouldn't necessarily help.
Are you giving Yuska a challenge?
Is he listening? I hope he didn't hear that.
Uh-oh. If he is, there's a problem.
There's Coach Bennett, and you know he's thinking the same thing. I mean, you may be right. Would it be something if he tried it from here? Incredible to see.
I think Coach Bennett said the same thing. He haven't had a kicker like this since Graham Gano. Remember Graham Gano
Yes,
at
I
Tate?
do.
And he went on to play with the Carolina Panthers and had a great career.
Terrific career, yeah.
Boy, he had a great leg, too.
So it's 2nd down and a yard, but right now you got to be thinking more big picture, I think, with just under 11 seconds to go.
I would watch a screen to someone like JoJo Blackman. He's got some 10 yards difference right there between him and the corner, and then let him get out of bounds.
A low snap, well played by Prim, and that is going to be a completion.
No.
Here's the thing, though. If they don't tackle him with 3 seconds left, Escambia's going to have to call that timeout quickly. They do get the timeout with 2 seconds left. And so, no, check that. Did they not call it yet?
The first down stopped the clock. Boom. Great job.
They get the timeout.
Great job by Escambia.
So, yeah, they did not have any timeouts left. But they get it done with .2. So Yuska can breathe a little easier, although he may have loved the chance at about a 50-yarder, but instead he'll have something much more manageable, and that's going to give Escambia a chance to take the lead here at the last .2 before the half.
Yeah, no reason not to make this one.
It's a 27-yard attempt.
This will take us into half.
Sure will.
What a wild first half.
No kidding. Some big plays, especially down the stretch here. And now we've got a flag down. False start.
False start.
So it's going to be a little tougher for Yuska, and Coach Bennett is not going to be happy about that.
Oh, look, Yuska's fine. He's like, yeah, let's march it on back.
Like I said, you get the feeling he almost prefers it. There's Coach Bennett. And see, I told you he wasn't going to be happy. I knew he wouldn't be.
That's 2 weeks in a row his team has come out and just not looked crisp. Starting out. I mean, they've done better, obviously, but they came out and they were down 9-0.
So it's a 32-yarder again. That's not much for Mr. Yuska's leg, which is very impressive. But nonetheless, not as easy as 22. It's up.
They missed it.
I think he pulled it.
Yeah, sure did.
No good. So Catholic will escape And that is how the half will go. It's 12-12. And, you know, the penalty did make a difference. We're hoping to catch up with Coach Bennett here before we go to break and talk to him about what he saw in that first half. So, Jeff, you know, again, the kids got all the leg in the world, but the false start hurt, you got to think.
Yeah, it really did. And once again, there's a lot of little things, and Coach Bennett expects perfection. I guarantee you right now, he is not. He'll take 12-12 because he has to, but he is not happy with those guys.
No, because they had an opportunity there for sure. But then by the same token, of course, they had the fumble, and Catholic wasn't able to do anything with it. So the Escambia Gator team will go over and get ready to hear what Coach Bennett has to say to them. But before that, thankfully, he's on his way now, as you can see, over to talk to us. And we'll get just a second with him to hear his thoughts on the first half in a very interesting 12-12 game. He's put on his headsets now. Hey, Coach Bennett, this is Christian. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Thanks for taking a minute to talk to us, Coach. So it's 12-12. The first quarter felt like all Crusaders. Your defense comes up big at the end of the quarter, and then in the second quarter you have all the momentum, but a wild end to the half there. How are you feeling about it? What do you want to tell your team for the second half?
We got to play better. I mean, it's just ridiculous. You know, we come out starting so slow, and we have got to pick it up. I mean, we just too many misreads. Had opportunity to have a big play, and we pulled it and threw it out there, and we should have just gave it. We got to play better on defense. We're not playing very good on defense. I mean, it's terrible. We just haven't been very good today.
Okay, Coach. Well, I know you wanted plenty of time to talk to your team, so thanks for taking a minute to talk to us, and
Appreciate
good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. So, Jeff, it's the second week in a row that we talked to Coach Bennett at the half, and he's extremely disappointed in his team.
And rightfully so. I mean, he expects a lot better. This is a very talented football team, and no discredit to Catholic. They came out and did what they needed to do. Catholic left a lot of – we talked about Booker T. Washington leaving points on the board.
Yeah.
The Catholic left a lot of points so far. So, you know what? It's 12-12, but – expect the exciting second half.
Well, I would say that this so far is exactly what Coach Adams was looking for. A slow game, not very fast moving, not a ton of big plays, but instead just slow and steady, and that's what he's looking for. I think 12-12 sounds real good to him. It's Friday Night Rivals right here on a Thursday night. The half has just begun. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. The Levin Papantonio halftime show, Friday Night Rivals, presented by Hill Kelly Dodge. And we're glad you are with us. And I'm speaking to all of those watching, but I am also speaking to Principal Frank Murphy from Escambia High School, who is joining us now. Principal Murphy, thank you for taking a moment to talk to us. Glad to do that. And glad to be here tonight. And something I've been asking every single week is about the tremendous effort under extraordinary circumstances this year that you and your entire staff are having to make these games playable under the circumstances.
Well, and of course, the school district had a lot to do with that. A lot of planning early in stages, knowing the challenges and barriers that we were facing with COVID, and everybody came together. I think you'll see similar effects at the different high schools in Escambia County.
Principal Murphy, do you find that it's been week to week you're learning more, or the system you had in place at the beginning, is it kind of staying the same, or are you guys really kind of adjusting each time with something new and different?
Well, we're adjusting. I mean, we've got some new protocol that's coming out here in another couple of days with the governor's decision to go to phase 3. That's going to allow a few more fans into the games. But we're still encouraging social distancing. We're still encouraging the mask wearing. We think that's important aspects of keeping everybody safe here at the stadiums.
Principal Frank Murphy, appreciate you talking to us here on senior night at Escambia High School, and a very good game.
Thank you for being here, Christian.
Yes, sir, of course. We are glad to be here, and we're so glad that all of you watching are tuning in. Little live local action here on Friday Night Rivals. As you can see, with about 11 and a half minutes to go in the first half, or rather at halftime, it is 12-12 Catholic at Escambia. Stay with us. Plenty more to come in our halftime coverage on Friday Night Rivals.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
This is now in that district. And they're always good as Locke goes up to try to catch a great throw. Did he come down with it? He did. Touchdown. Smith wants to go deep. Fires, single coverage. Locke's got it. What a catch. Locke, touchdown O'Connor. He will not be stopped.
From the 9, Cheney steps up, throws end zone. Oh, big hit. Nixon knocked it loose.
Huge call, but Hoover's going to go up top, looking for it all, and what a one-handed grab. Malik Thomas.
Much scoring in the fourth quarter, Tom.
Yeah, it was. 31 total points, and it came down to a pass there for Gaffney to take the lead.
Green looking right, sets, and his receiver fell down and still makes the catch at the 28 as Hinton fell down.
Word.
Second down and 10.
Not that good.
They do the double reverse. Dinkins and Kress. Lots of field in front. And the end zone.
Fox. Gonna be chased down. Down he goes. Guess who got him? Hayden Nelson.
A lot of time in the pocket. He dropped that pass in there. Sure did. He dropped it. A beautiful play.
Well-placed ball.
And that ball was on his helmet. He caught that ball in the back of his helmet.
I think being able to showcase these games on Friday nights to the community will help tie the community together a little more, especially with the times that we're going through right now. Being able to have these programs streamed on TV and online will help keep the community feel like they're a part of something and help them feel like they're not missing out if they can't make it to a game.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
We're back here. It's halftime. Catholic at Escambia. You can see here, Jeff, a look at the stats from the first half. And total yards either way, Escambia with 168, Catholic 134. Rushing yards very, very even. But on the passing side, and Escambia, a lot of that on a big play, 85-45.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the big thing, you look at the turnovers. Remember, Catholic fumbled the football inside the 10 earlier, and they forced Escambia to kick a field goal. That was big. That was big time. That's what kept Catholic from giving up that momentum. I think that defense has bailed them out tonight, and they're starting to figure some things out, but they got to find a way to be able to put it in the end zone consistently.
Well, we talked about that at the very beginning here of the game. Coming into tonight, Catholic had not scored an offensive touchdown. They did get an offensive touchdown here early on in the game, and that got things rolling for them. So we're going to keep rolling ourselves here. It's Friday Night Rivals. Glad you're with us. Stay tuned. Second half coming up.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back. Friday Night Rivals, as you see, I know we've talked about it a few times, but obviously this is a Thursday night, as you probably know, especially for this late in the game. The games were moved up a night across the area because of the chance early in the week that Hurricane Delta was going to come here. Thankfully, for us anyway, the storm is going west. Not so thankfully for them. You always feel bad about being happy it's not coming your way because it's going somewhere, and it's going to be a rough one for sure. But they moved the games up, so we're here on a Thursday night. And, Jeff, it's been a very good game. The Catholic Crusaders certainly more than holding their own, 12-12 against a very good Escambia team. And I think Catholic's saying, look, we're a pretty darn good team ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely. And, hey, you know what? 12-12, but it doesn't matter. And, Coach Adams, can you hear me?
I can hear. How you doing?
Hey, Coach Adams, Jeff Price, and Christian up in the booth here. Obviously, 12-12 tie. You guys came out on firing on all cylinders. 9-0 lead right here. Obviously, some things have happened. You went blow for blow with them. Simply, what did you tell your team at half?
You know, we've got a lot of plays offensively that are close to breaking. You know, we got to stay disciplined and execute the little things. We've had some big plays, but we got to get some offensive drives that last some time to keep our defense off the field.
Hey, Coach, the last question for you. Obviously, that defense has been really good. You knew that coming in. Guys like Demarius McGee, all those guys holding your own. And, I mean, what do you change in the second half, if anything, on defense?
Yeah, we just got to stay aggressive. You know, be disciplined, but be aggressive at the same time. Fly to the ball. You know, JoJo's a great athlete back there. We got to make sure we keep him bottled up.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time. We're not going to take any more of it. Good luck in the second half.
All right, thank you.
Coach Matt Adams talking, and it's funny, you know, hear all these coaches say things like JoJo.
Yeah,
like
it's all JoJo, baby.
Everybody knows JoJo,
Yep.
and they should. He really is spectacular. What I wanted to point out of what he said there, I thought it was interesting. He said, yeah, we've had some big plays, but Jeff, he said, we've got to just keep the ball moving and keep these drives going, which is what he talked about this week. It's almost like trying to be careful not to get suckered into thinking, oh, yeah, we can just roll up and down the field. That is not what their game plan is, and he doesn't want to get lulled into that just because they've had a little success with it, and that's not how Catholic, I don't think, wins tonight.
No, and you know, to give you an idea, just think of, you know, the military academies. Think of Navy football. Does Navy have success if they sit there? Are they going to get many big plays? Probably not.
Right.
I mean, occasionally they will. Occasionally
Right.
they'll throw the football for a big play. But this is a team that will grind it out. This is similar to this Catholic offense, and that's the key. We talked about it early on. Positive plays, 2-3 yards here and there. That will wear a defense out, and guess what? Eventually that guy will not be playing that gap on defense, and then you can bust a big play, or you bait that defense in, that secondary comes up pretty darn close, and they throw it over the head like they did later in the second half. But for Catholic, you know what? It's 12-12. You're in a ball game, and you're giving yourself a shot, so we'll see what happens.
And let's take a look. I think we've got some of the highlights from the first half, and there were quite a few. Here was a big play from the Crusaders. This got things rolling. There's McGee, who took it in, and that was their first offensive touchdown of the year right there early in the first quarter.
Yeah, you see Rennie Prim Jr. right here, and boy, oh boy, Jaden Milliner. The quick slant, simple plays like that, breaks a tackle, and you're not going to catch that young man.
No, that was a big play. That was the first big offensive play for Escambia. And then this beautiful play late in the second quarter for the Crusaders, and a huge defensive stop here from JoJo Blackman, who refuses to give up the long touchdown there, and catches and runs him down. That was Nathan Williams. As a result, Catholic settled for a field goal, and that's what put us at 12-12. Here was a fumble, and you thought, boy, the Crusaders are in business now. They had just got the field goal. They weren't able to do anything with that, and because of this right here.
Yep, nobody wanted the football.
That was the last 2 minutes, saw a couple of turnovers. Escambia would then have a huge roll and got down to the 10, ended up settling for about a 30-yard field goal attempt from Yuska, who's got a tremendous leg, but he pulled it a little bit, and all of that to end us here at 12-12. And the halftime report brought to you by Levin Papantonio, and certainly we're so glad that they are on board every year as we do this. It's always so much fun, and we're very thankful to our halftime sponsors, and we're so thankful to all of you watching and enjoying Thursday night football here live from Escambia. There you can see the proud Gator at midfield. Jeff, that's a Gator with a lot of history.
Boy, it is. I mean, from Emmett Smith to countless players. There's been so many guys that have gone through this program back in the days, and even now, once again, we talk about it. How many guys go play at the next level? And, you know, you look at right there, Emmett Smith Field. Can anybody beat that?
No, that's pretty good. That's
a pretty good
rights.
name to have your field named after.
No doubt. Emmett Smith, the legendary running back from here, went on to have the tremendous career, of course. Now
it was all
Famer.
right.
And oh, by the way, an oft-forgotten fact about Mr. Smith, Dancing with the Stars champion.
Yeah. And don't forget Fred Robbins. How about Fred Robbins? Went and played in the Super Bowl with the New York Giants. Fred Robbins played right here, too. So, once again, I could go down a tremendous list of names that have played here at Escambia High, and they're all fantastic.
No doubt about it. I don't think you gave the Dancing with the Stars championship enough love, but that's okay. We move on. No.
I just didn't watch it.
No, just move on.
I can't tell you anything else about it.
It's fine. It's all good.
That's your forte.
The dancing, absolutely.
That and The Bachelor. You love The Bachelor, too.
Yep, my wife does, that's for sure. So Escambia won the toss at the beginning of the game. They deferred, and they will receive now. And Mr. Blackman, that's not JoJo, but Jade is back. He won't get a shot, that's for sure. Instead, it's fielded at about the 35-yard line, a run back of a couple of yards, and Escambia will have very good field position, settling at the 40. Jeff, I'm always interested when you see these pooch kicks, which is essentially giving up really good field position, but what you're saying is I'd rather you start at the 40 than let Jalen Blackman field it at the 1 and take it who knows how far back.
A couple things. Yes, that. You definitely don't want to put it in the playmaker's hands back there. And you see, look, pro teams do it, college teams do it. Keep it. There's because there's so much that can happen when you give them open field. 2, that pooch kick sometimes the guy's worried about, other guys running full speed at him, and he knows they're going to be in his face. Sometimes he fumbles it, but nonetheless, typically it's just a fair catch. So for Catholic, you got to respect the speed out there, and look, it's worked so far. 1st and 10, and I do want to mention something. Fred Robbins, as you said, the legendary local player, went to Tate, though. Tate, you're so right. Yes. You know what?
It's quite all right.
Goodness gracious.
Quite all right. We got it covered. Look at this. Another slant, another success, a terrific catch, and it's going to be a 1st and 10. That's to Sean Key. And a long 1st and 10 as they cross midfield.
Yeah, once again, Tayshawn Key. We didn't say his name in the first half, but the depth they have at receiver, the depth they have at the skill positions overall, just fantastic. Good. And remember, Rennie Prim, these nice, easy throws, these high percentage throws, he's pretty darn good at, but still want to see if they're going to force him, if they're going to play some man-to-man across the board here and force him to throw the football down the field.
So it's 1st and 10. Keeps it himself there, Prim. That's a nice fake, but a terrific defensive play there. And what could have been something, it was looking really good, turns into a gain of nothing.
Yeah, Rennie Prim, just take the positive yards and go down. Don't try to cut back. Jordan Bradley, great job, number 4 right there. The strong safety coming up, making the tackle. I'll tell you what, the secondary is pretty sure tackling. This defense has been impressive. I've said it before, but once again, interested to see how Escambia is going to attack. Remember, the Washington game, they were down 13-0 last week, and they came out firing on all cylinders. So I'm interested to see the adjustments they made.
It's a good point. Escambia did. It was the first 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter last week where they flipped the game, and right now with 21 seconds in, we'll see what happens. 2nd and 10 now. Gonna be a nice little pass. Yeah, terrific play action. And a big play, speaking of flipping the script, that's gonna be a nice gain, and that's Tayshawn Key once again on another long 1st down. So Key having a big start to the quarter.
Like I said, we didn't say his name in the first half, and here he is already making a splash in the 2nd half. And that's just, once again, a simple little, looks like a stop route. Turns around, catches the football after play action. The defense honors it. Hey, positive yards.
Well, and Jeff, and it goes to your point you've mentioned about the explosive offense and how deep it is. Somebody whose name we were barely mentioning is all of a sudden the star of the 2nd half here. You know, it's just so deep, so many options. Prim once again going to throw out, and that is JoJo Blackman. Just quickly finds the edge, gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. He's so quick, so explosive, Jeff.
Here's the thing. If you're going to put him out there all by himself on an island, Jabril Brawls is as good as there is in the secondary when you're talking about in this area. But good luck, because JoJo Blackman is an elite-level talent. This, like I said, is a young man that will be playing on Saturdays. High-tier football. Let's just call it that. Right. Don't you worry about it. He's going to be a dynamic playmaker, and we could even see this young man playing on Sundays.
So it'll be 1st and goal now from about the 7-yard line. Another terrific fake, and that's going to be a touchdown.
There he is, that man.
Yep, there we go. We've seen it again. Key, who gets a couple of big plays and gets the payoff with the touchdown. That's an Ascend performance touchdown. And just like we saw last week, Escambia comes out quick and scores. Coach Bennett, heck of a halftime coach.
Repeating, heating, and air conditioning instant replay. Just simple, nice, and easy throws. Once again, off play action. You have to honor the play action. And I tell you what, those high percentage throws, great job by Bennett and his staff getting the, great play calls coming out in the 2nd half and getting that early touchdown.
And just really good play action. Fooled us 2 or 3 times, and a terrific touchdown there. And off and running if you're an Escambia fan. Here's Yuska. Another low. Oh, no, he hits he was under pressure there. He hits the upright, and that is no conversion. So they give up the touchdown. They don't give up the extra point. It is now 18-12, home team Escambia. So we're just underway here in this 3rd quarter. Stay with us, folks.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
We're live, we're back, and the Gator Band getting another chance to play When You're Hot, You're Hot. They seem to do that after every touchdown. And we saw moments ago the Gators get the touchdown, miss the extra point. Catholic will settle for that, now trailing by 6, and the Crusaders going to get their first shake at things here in the 3rd quarter on the offensive side.
So the back and forth begins again.
No doubt. Yeah, this really has been a back and forth game. Been a lot of fun, too. Fielded at the 5, and that's going to be Jordan Bradley.
He built that wall on the edge. See if he can find that hole.
It's a nice run back to about the 29-yard line, so good field position for Catholic, and that's where things are going to start as the Gator defense starts to cruise back out onto the field here with just about 10 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
Well, you heard Coach Bennett, obviously, right there at halftime talk to us and said he was very upset. The fact that the way that the team had played overall, just not very good anywhere on any side of the ball. He knows this should be a much different ball game. They came out flat, and credit Catholic for coming out firing. But interested, like offense done their part. Let's see how this defense responds.
Caden King, the quarterback for the Crusaders, junior quarterback, first-year starter. An option here and a terrific effort. Able to get something out of it. That's Jordan Bradley, who's had a few big plays, and he only picks up a couple, but Jeff, it looked like he was going to lose several.
Yeah, but that toss sweep play. That toss play has not worked all night long, and they have cut those edges off. Remember, they did it just right there again. You're just not going to outrun this defense a whole lot to the edges. And, hey, look, anytime your running back has to cut it back the opposite direction, it's never good. And if you're the defensive guys, you know that. So you're going to continue to pursue the football and get that tackle for a loss.
So he does pick up about a yard. It's second down now and 9. Right up the middle, but a nice tackle. Picks up 2 or 3. He'll make it third and about 6. Again, it was
Demonte Gaston making the tackle right there.
Jordan running it up the middle. Wayman Jordan wearing number 1 tonight had us fooled. On the roster, he's 28, so all of a sudden we see a huge play early from number 1.
Nobody's on the roster.
I'm texting everyone I know. Who's number 1 for Catholic?
And he was electric. That's why I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, well, you knew. You said, here's what I think happened.
Because I could not find 28. He's got to be out here somewhere.
Third down now and 7, so third and long. Looks like a stoppage of play. I don't see a flag. Something's up.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense, 5-yard penalty, or down.
So not what Catholic needed. Going to take a loss there. It'll make it third now and about 13.
And in high school, you get away with it because, well, the coaches know. They definitely know who was false start was on. But typically, obviously, in college and NFL, they announce the number, false start number. You can't hide from it. The camera always finds you.
All right, third and long here. Like I said, about 12 or 13, I'd say. Catholic needs to get to the 39-yard line to get that long and long first down. There's a fumble there on an ugly handoff, but Jordan trying again, not going to do anything. It's a big loss.
There's a late flag coming in.
Sure is.
Uh-oh.
So it would be fourth and about 20, but we'll see what that flag is.
Well, it was late, too. That's never good for the defense.
Let's get a camera on Coach Bennett just in case.
He's going to turn all kinds of red in just a minute if that's the case.
Let's get that mic on. I want to hear what they're talking about.
Well, Catholic doesn't look upset, so.
Not yet.
You think they would hear?
Here we go.
Personal foul, illegal helmet contact on the defense. It's a 15-yard penalty, third down.
Boy, oh boy.
So it's a 15-yard penalty, third down. It was third and less than 15. I'm not sure. Here's a look at the Peden replay.
It depends if it was after the play. If he came in late, the play was dead.
Oh, so it's still a big loss, and then, okay. Well, it's third down and about 4.
Much more manageable.
Yeah, it was going to be fourth and really, really long, but again, got to get to the 39.
He's going to be close.
That's
Looks
Zach
like he's got
Dobbin.
it.
And it'll be a long and long first down. Dobbin on the reception there. As you said earlier, Jeff, just be careful. Take it nice and easy. Let's not try and change the world. Let's just keep it cool and a big first down.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, look, we've seen Escambia do it. And remember, obviously, the pistol wing T, they don't want to throw the football a ton here, so it's not the same type of offense. But those nice, easy passes, those completions, if Escambia is going to give you a little bit of, look, easing up on coverage, give you 5-10 yards, take it.
So it's a first down now and out near midfield, but at the 45-yard line. So.
That's going to be a false start.
Another false start on Catholic.
Anytime you put your hand in the ground.
Sorry about that.
Anytime you put your hand in the ground as a offensive lineman, you cannot pick it back up. So he tried to reset. He was a little too far forward. Not going to happen, young man.
So it'll be 1st and 15 instead. A first down would come right at the 50-yard line.
Boy, Catholic has not helped himself out with penalties today.
No, they have not.
Not on offense, at least. This is a team that has, new personnel, and it takes some time to gel. Remember, COVID, I mean, it plays a role. These guys have not gotten to practice like they wanted to, and short notice, being able to find out when they were even, if they were even going to play.
It looks like a timeout on the field here as King just didn't like what he saw, some confusion, and Catholic will want to talk about it here. So on 1st and 15, the Crusaders head over to the sidelines on a Thursday night. And Jeff, why don't you see if you can cue up some scores for us? We've been watching that. It's interesting. Normally, you feel like you're playing on a Thursday. You feel like you're the only game in town, but that's not the case. A lot of activity tonight.
Well, I got Pine Forest 14-6, a final right there over Booker T. Washington. How about that?
Washington.
Boy, what a wild year in our area. Baker's up 20-0 over Freeport right now in the third quarter. Well, remember Choctaw had that 7-6 lead?
Yep. Not
so much anymore. Navarre's up 36-7 at half.
Oh, wow. That turned quick.
Northview 27-12 over Walton right now. And Pace up 28-10 over the Aggies.
So Washington loses now for the second week in a row, losing to Escambia last week at home.
Up here in our FNR Northwest Florida State College sports booth. Beautiful night up here on the roof.
It is. Yeah, we're on the top of the press box. It's perfectly lovely. A little bit of a breeze coming in.
I do want to say, I know we said it earlier, but thoughts and prayers go out to those that are going to be affected by Hurricane Delta, because it is getting stronger and stronger. And we all on the Gulf Coast understand.
Well, yeah, I mean, we just as recently as a couple, 3 weeks ago went through with Sally. That was a long night, no fun for anyone.
No.
And tomorrow's going to be a long day, and then the cleanup and everything that comes with it. It's just no fun. It's awful. First down at 15. Completion there.
Great job.
And then some. Nice big play, big stick at the end. That's Jabril Brawls on the catch. And it'll make it second down at about 5.
Hey, but I mean, positive play passing the football, that's going to open it up right there on offense. And you see Alex Crook, the senior linebacker, coming up with the big blow. Great job by that young man, but even better job getting the some much-needed yardage.
Yeah, it was 1st and 15, and now it's 2nd and about 6. So, much more manageable. The first down will be right at the 50. They're at the 44-yard line right now. And with just under 7 to go here in the third quarter, Catholic trying to make something happen.
Marius McGee at quarterback.
And McGee's going to keep it. He's in some trouble, but he gets out of it. And now he may have some room to run.
Great blocks on the edge right there by the wide receivers. Boy, oh boy. It looked like he was stopped for a big-time loss, and he's been stopped for a loss a little bit tonight. But great job making a little bit of a wall over there. And he looks like he ran out of bounds a little sooner than I thought.
I agree. Yeah, I thought he got to just about the first down marker, but he's well short of it. It's going to be 3rd down and about 3, so he must have stepped out of bounds earlier than we thought. Nonetheless, it's a big play. And another play, we've seen it a few times tonight, where what looked like a loss turns into a bit of a gain. So Catholic now trying to convert 3rd and 4.
They're going to keep McGee at quarterback.
See if he passes this time. All kinds of action. Oh, gosh. McGee falls, slips. So that didn't happen. And now a loss of a couple makes it 4th and 6.
I wonder if he slipped or if a lineman stepped on his foot.
I don't know.
If we can get a replay on that, that'd be just interesting to see what happened there.
So it looks like the Crusaders are going to punt, trailing now by a touchdown, trailing by 6. And Escambia and Coach Bennett liking their chances. Here is a look at the replay.
Let's see what happened. Nope, he just slipped.
Just slipped.
Nobody near him. It's all you, Mr. McGee.
You know he's frustrated, too.
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit of a shortened distance here for the punt.
He's going to be a fake. They're going to go for it, and they're going to get it. A huge call from Coach Adams.
Look how much he got it by. I mean, that is inches.
Wow.
You talk about gutsy call. Coach Adams, how about it?
McGee, once again, who's playing a big role. Coach Bennett on the other side is thinking, well, good call, Coach. You think he's thinking that? Here's a Peden replay.
I
It looked
wondered.
like a punt, and then he said, nope, I'm going to run this thing. And
I mean, he was about 7-8 yards back.
Yeah, that's well done.
Typically, your punter steps back there, and he's about 12 to 13 yards.
What a call from Coach Adams. So the 4th and 6th fake punt turns into a long first down. The drive will continue with a water break at 5:45 here. And there's Coach Adams feeling pretty good about his call, I'm sure. And when we come back from our break, we will see how this thing turns out here as Catholics on the move.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Hey, here we are.
We're back. Friday Night Rivals. Catholic coming off the big fake punt conversion. The drive continues. McGee still on at quarterback. We've seen some of this here in the second half. This time he will hand it off and
great run.
Yeah, pick up of about 5 there, crossing midfield.
You seemed unimpressed. It's a gain of about 5.
No, not at all. I think that was great. And of course, that's Wayman Jordan wearing number 1 tonight. We do have a player down on the field here.
Looks like it's Wayman too.
Oh gosh, I hate to see that.
Hopefully the breath or something just got knocked out of him. Hopefully, it looks like that may be what it is. Oh, no, maybe it's a cramp. Look at the player. That's a team player right there.
And the trainer's like, I got this.
He said, no, I got it. I know. Maybe that's what he wants to be. He wants to be a trainer. He's in some practice.
So. Love to see that Crusader green right there. You know, as you said, I'm a Catholic High graduate, class of '92. Some of the best days, boy. That's good times at Catholic.
Have you ever seen like a player? Obviously, we get film on football and huddle and all this other stuff. Maybe he wanted to be on film for actually doing the physical training.
Is that what it was?
Like, hey, did you check my film out? No, in the game, I actually did it.
Yeah, you send off film just like players. That guy really knows.
There you go. It's good to see. It's just a cramp, though.
Yeah.
That is. We always hope for the best here. Yeah, it's cramping pretty good.
Yep. It's Wayman Jordan.
We've both been there, my friend.
Looks like he's ready to get up and get rolling. And that's very good to see him walking off like that. That's awesome.
Pickle juice and mustard.
What?
Pickle juice and mustard. That'll get rid of that cramp real quick.
Oh.
You never did that?
No.
I used to have mustard packets on the sideline in high school.
I will tell you, I saw Pickle Juice and Mustard live in Biloxi at the Beau Rivage.
How were they? I couldn't get tickets.
Well, they were as good a year ago as they were in '86, I tell you. Pickle Juice has lost nothing.
Nothing.
Second down and 5.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Hey.
Thank goodness for football. Otherwise, we had to listen about pickle juice and mustard.
You could do a lot worse. Second and 5. McGee going to hand it off again.
Great job.
Goldstrom, who picks up a few more, and the drive continues.
Once again, Catholic, we talk about the depth that Escambia has. Catholic's got a little bit of depth at running back as well. So plenty of athletes. And I like keeping McGee in there because it makes the defense stay honest. And I'm telling you right now, I'm waiting. I've seen Darius McGee throw a football, and he can throw a pretty one.
Well, you know, it's interesting because, again, as I pointed out earlier, when he's playing quarterback, you almost just feel like he's for sure running it, and it would be easy to get lulled into it.
And as soon as I say that, Caden King goes back
to King.
That's par for the course.
3rd down and 3 now. And it looks like
timeout, Catholic.
Yeah, Crusaders want to talk about it now on 3rd down. And those Gators, you get the feeling, and the Crusaders don't mind yet another break here. A chance to maybe get a sip of water. I'll tell you, Jeff, you know, obviously the season started later, about a month later. We're on our 3rd game. And one thing that's been noticeable and very nice, of course, is starting later has meant some wonderful nights, you know, coming out to these games. Obviously, usually when we start in August and then play through September, it can be really hot even that time of year, especially August. And our crew is like thinking, yeah, Christian, you know what you're talking about. Try showing up at noon. But it's been perfectly lovely the last few weeks, and again, that's the case tonight. There you can see the Crusader cheerleaders. Small crowd tonight on both sides. Given the 30% max allowed, even under the best of circumstances because of COVID, and obviously when you roll things into a Thursday night, even fewer people are going to show up. So not a ton of folks here.
Yeah, but you know what? Nonetheless, you've got plenty of faithful fans out here, and even though, you know, we heard Coach.
Ooh, what is that? What's going on there?
Oh, wait, yeah, absolutely. What is this?
I don't know, but I can tell you, man, we're above the snack stand.
Well, that's the visitor snack stand.
Oh, gosh. Well, the one below us is smelling great, like all night.
All the time.
I don't know what they're cooking, but it smells good. And same thing on the opposite side. I like that they have an option on the opposite side.
Yeah,
That's very nice.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Very accommodating.
Yes.
McGee back at quarterback, by the way.
They heard you. 3rd and short, and
There it
it's going
is.
to be close,
Oh.
Real close.
If any, 4th and inches, or
Yeah.
maybe an inch.
Yeah.
You got to
Down
go
at
for
about-
it.
Yeah, I think so. At the 40-yard line, you went for it on the fake punt. You converted. You're moving. You're trying to get things going here, trailing by 6.
Boy, that is like an inch. I mean, look at
Yeah,
that.
it really
It is a matter
very,
of a
very
few
close.
inches.
So we'll see. So this, we'll see. Does McGee stay in, and they just try to pound it forward by a foot?
This is where having a quarterback under center like they do a lot of times can help you. I mean, once again, take the ball, just move on forward. We'll see, but it looks like they're going to take it in the shotgun. So got a 3-headed monster back there.
And there's McGee, and he will convert. It's a long first down, and that's the second 4th down conversion by the Crusaders on this drive. They're going to keep the chains moving. They're going to keep moving, and this has been a good, sustained drive, and this is what Coach Adams has talked about. He can't think about the big plays. They've got to find a way to just keep those chains moving, keep their offense and Escambia's defense on the field, and not let that explosive Gator offense get another chance to just go wide open.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was McGee or not. I tell you what, once again, all these guys jumbling together. They had 3 guys in the backfield. I'm not sure if that was Wayman Jordan or if maybe that was Quentin Golston with the first down.
But here's what I'd say. I called it as McGee, so why don't we just say that?
You got it. You got it, boss. That is
Thank you.
Wayman Jordan.
Sorry,
Demarius McGee. I went back
thanks for nothing. Jack, who was it? Jack told us.
Jack said it was Wayman Jordan, so
Wayman
that's
Jordan.
what we're going to go with.
It probably was. When in doubt, go with Jack. Either way, it's a 1st and 10 from long and long for Catholic now, right at the 39-yard line.
How
of
dare
Escambia.
I?
Got 3 wideouts on the other side, coming back across. Another reverse. We've
There's
seen that a
Quentin.
lot. Flags on the play, and again, as you said, that is Quentin Goldstrom. But some flags down. What are you thinking, Jeff?
Probably holding. That is in the area of holding right there. So, and it was pretty quick. So
Yeah, immediately it felt like.
it was not encroachment. We like that encroachment call.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat. 1st down.
I'll tell you what's a fun. Here we go. Let's watch again, see if we can spot it.
Not sure if it was yeah, it was 52, it looked like. Grabbed the jersey right there. So that is Ryland Bragg.
And that hurts Catholic now all the way back at the 50, and their first down wouldn't come until the 29. So it's going to be 1st and 21.
I know we got the holding penalty, but Ryland Bragg right there, 52, the center. He's a freshman. He's a good-looking freshman.
Yeah, good for him. So King may get a shot to show off that arm here on 1st and very long.
Uh-oh.
It's going to be an option and a huge. Oh, forget it. What a play.
Just get down.
Let's give the props where they're due. That was number 10, Trent Farmer, who slowed things way down. And here's another look. Farmer all over him. Not able to do much. Quentin Goldstrom. And we do have a Crusader on the field here.
Looks like Golston, too. He's having cramp
Yeah.
problems. Remember, these guys play both ways. A lot of more Catholic players than Escambia, but Catholic, remember, is a 3A school. Escambia is a 6A. They got a little more, obviously, to choose from at Escambia, but you see a lot of the Iron Man football.
Big time humidity, too. So
What is the humidity?
I'm going to put it at about, gosh, I don't know, I'd say 78, 79%.
I'm going to check.
Look it up.
I
Look
have
it
no
up.
idea.
Look it up.
I'm going to look it up.
We'll see.
I'm nervous.
We'll see if old.
You're looking.
Don't be nervous. You're going to find out.
You're
it's,
like, I know what it is.
I
I'm
can,
telling you.
yes. We'll see. This has become the game within the game as we await.
What did you say it was?
78.
90, according to the
Why don't you let me
Channel
finish?
3 first warning weather
Yeah,
app.
let me finish. 78-ish plus 10 to 12.
Yeah.
And-
Oh, you're spot on. There you
Yeah,
go. 90.
right.
Okay.
It's like that call a few minutes ago. Just go with what I say, please.
It was number 6 minus 5, so it was 1. That's what you were getting
Exactly.
at. I didn't let
Thank
you finish.
Precisely. You get it.
There you go. I'm on now.
All right. So good news. He's okay. You could tell, obviously. It was a cramp situation there.
Yeah,
We're seeing a
it's
lot of
all
that.
right.
Well, you know, I mean,
Just cramps.
Very glad it was. Yeah.
We get that sometimes walking up to the booth.
Especially up here on the roof.
Yes.
It's second and long, real long, about 25. King throws a nice ball there.
That is going to be a gain of about 3.
Yeah. That's Zach Dobbin who makes the catch. A good catch and a good play, but on second and 25, not going to do a whole lot.
Nope. And Herschel Jefferson, once again, that's the man right there that had the big-time interception last week against Washington. Comes up big on that play. And third.
26.
And very long.
That's another way to say it.
Not what a pistol wing T offense is built for.
No.
Shoot, Patrick Mahomes and that Kansas City offense is not built for it. They can do it.
Yeah, I would have put high faith in him to pull it off.
Yes.
Especially against Escambia. Although Kansas City against Escambia would feel very unfair.
It feels brutal.
Yeah, that wouldn't make any sense at all. Third and 26. And a flag down.
Delay a game.
So it's going to be third and 92 for Catholic.
Delay a game on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
Yeah, but it will be about third and 30. So.
Well, you know what, though? I mean, when you look at this, you realize Catholic has had the ball for, looks like 9 minutes.
It's kind of what they wanted.
Just look where they're at.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is all
they
part of
haven't
the,
really moved.
All part
In
of the
fact,
plan.
I think they moved backwards.
That's fine. Remember, Coach Adams wants to run that clock.
Oh, this is wild.
This is, just throw it deep and see, right? Third, very, very long, 30 or so.
Oh, little halfback pass.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He was open. Not a great pass, though, but that was Jordan on the pass, trying to come back to King. No conversion whatsoever. So it's going to be fourth and forever, and that means, of course, that the Crusaders will be kicking.
Yeah.
He was open.
He was open.
Everybody fell down.
Everybody fell down. To make matters worse, everybody went down. All right, don't think a fake is coming on this one, though.
No, I would not think so.
Be willing to bet a little bit on it. Bredeson's a good kicker, by the way. Punter all around.
Sure is.
He got some good kickers tonight. I tell you what, Yuska's struggled a little bit tonight, though.
He has, yeah. He missed a field goal. He hit the uprights on an extra point. Got a tremendous leg, but a couple of misses tonight. This time they will. It's
great
a great
kick.
It sure is. What a punt that is.
Uh-oh, look at this. Boy, oh boy, you're talking about
Look at this.
flipping
It's gonna
field position.
Die at the 5.
Wow.
That's well done. My goodness. So Catholic gets a little tiny bit of sunshine on an otherwise ugly possession that was minutes long but went nowhere. And with under a minute to go here in the third quarter, Escambia will take over now on their own 5-yard line.
Well, once again, good field position. How about this? If you're talking about for the defense for Catholic, and they once again have played lights out tonight, obviously giving up a little bit here. But nonetheless, this is a great time. They need a big turnover. This is a defense that, remember, they beat Pine Forest, who just beat, by the way, Booker T. Washington.
Yep.
And they beat Pine Forest 12-7, and it was due to that big pick 6 by Demarius McGee. So, hey, no better time than the present.
So we do know Catholic does have a very stout defense. They've been impressive all night long, and they've got Escambia pinned way back right now. So an opportunity for that defense to do something.
A little pressure up the middle right here. Looks like this got a
Could
little too
be
close.
Encroachment.
Encroachment.
Yeah.
On the defense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
So a little too aggressive there, and that's not what you want to do for Catholic. You get this incredible punt, knock them all the way back to the 5. What are you laughing about?
I was hoping we were going to get an encroachment call tonight.
Yeah, we got it.
It's our encroachment.
It's our bread and butter.
Sorry, Zach to Jesus, you were the encroachment.
Exactly. The encroacher.
He is the encroacher.
His nickname, walking the halls.
Sure, that's not what he wants.
No. Exactly.
Oh, man. Nonetheless, here we go.
So it's a 5-yard penalty, first down and 5 now. And Prim wants
There it
all
is.
of it right now, and he's got his man, but he overthrows him. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
He had him.
Yeah, if that pass is on target, that, of course, JoJo Blackman, then it would have been a 95-yard, or rather 90-yard touchdown.
And if JoJo can't catch it,
Yeah.
nobody can catch it because that is a fast man right there.
So a break for the Crusaders. It'll be second down and 5. 44 seconds to go here in the quarter.
You just saw that elite speed. I mean, he just literally runs by guys. So Hey, once again, it's
got to be a helpless feeling, a defensive back.
boy.
You know, it's like
That ball sails
there's
over
just
you.
Nothing I can do, Coach. You cover him. This time they're going to push it right up the middle here and pick up a few, and that's
Devontae Betty's right there.
Thank you very much, Mr. Betty's. That will, I think, get the first down. It's going to be close. Does it get him there?
Nope.
Just short?
Looks like it's just short.
Okay, so
I
a
thought it
chance
might
now.
have, but-
Yeah, I thought so too, but not to be. Yeah, about a yard short, as it turns out.
Good spot for the Crusaders.
And the clock is ticking, and
They don't have to run a play.
No, they don't.
But looks like they're going to.
Third and right at a yard, if not just under that here.
It's a loaded field, or offensive line right there.
They run it up the middle, and they get that and a whole lot more. This could be all or nothing, but not to be. The Crusaders' pursuit able to pull him down, but not after a very big play. That's Devontae Betty's coming up big, and that is how the third quarter will end, with a huge gain. Escambia flips the field. They're on the move. It's Friday Night Rivals, 18-12. The fourth quarter is coming up here in just a minute. So after a very big play to end the third quarter, it's a Pensacola State College 1st and 10 for Escambia, rolling now at the 28-yard line of the Crusaders.
Oh, boy.
And here's Blackman with a couple of nice moves, getting inside the red zone, now down to the 19. Just shy, I believe, of a first down.
Boy, Jabril Brawls played that perfect. He came running up right before the snap to play that press coverage. He saw the receiver was going out to block, shedded him, was in perfect position, and could not take down Blackman.
So second down and about a yard here. And I tell you, given that the Crusader offense is not a strike first, strike fast offense, you don't want to go down a couple of touchdowns, Jeff.
No, you do not. And, you know, here's where it gets tough for Catholic. Once again, we talk about the depth. This is where Escambia can take over for Catholic. A lot of guys playing both ways. Got to dig deep because you are definitely in this ballgame.
For sure. Blackman going to run it right up the middle. We do have a flag on the play.
We got a fumble, too.
Catholic saying they've got it. Yeah, they do have it. That's Betty's who's got it, but what's the flag?
And did the refs call him down?
Thank goodness there's a mic on that ref.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, they're going to talk it over here. See if we get a shot at a replay. See if we can sort it out ourselves. The flag came down before he went down. The question is, when did the ball come out? Who's that penalty on? Here we go. Oh, how we can hear him.
Personal foul, chop block on the offense. 15-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
All right, so I guess no penalty or no fumble then.
And Travis Collette, I'm willing to bet the young man that walked off the field. Yep, that's him right there. You see the big boy. He cannot go with the knees, and that is pure protection of the players right there. You start to fall down like that, just give up. Don't keep churning forward.
And you saw the Crusaders rip that ball out. It did look like a fumble, too. But,
it did.
But no fumble called. Instead, it's the personal foul, and that moves Escambia back to the 32-yard line now, second down and about 14.
Once again, the defense coming up big. They got a big penalty right there to help them out.
Yeah. Got his man wide open. That's Milliner, who's had a great night and gets it back down to about the 17-yard line.
I've been really, really impressed with Rennie Prim tonight. I mean, look, great play calls, by the way, as we got, looks like a Crusader down, and that looks like Jabril Brawls. We just talked about him. Hopefully it's cramps. It looks like it might be.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of that all of a sudden here in the second quarter, second half.
Once again, Rennie Prim has done a fantastic job throwing the football tonight. I mean, look, plays like that, he is on point. We saw last week a little off target, and he has done a great job tonight rebounding. But I tell you what, Pensacola Catholic, you're going to have to put some pressure on these guys. You cannot allow them to complete those easy passes.
The situation's starting to feel a little more dire, I think, if you're of the Crusader faithful here with 1st and 10. They did convert, so that's a Pensacola State College 1st and 10 here in the fourth quarter. And all the way down now at the 17-yard line.
See Coach Adams right there on the right. What an awesome coach, by the way. What a great job he has done just building Catholic, and they've been a great power. And remember, this is a 3A team going against 6A team. But guess what? Catholic doesn't care. No excuses over there for Coach Adams. He knows his ball club should be leading this game right now.
Well, they're certainly in it, and it's been a good night for both sides. You know, honestly, coming into it, I thought this was going to be a very tall order for the Crusaders, and you know, who knows exactly how this thing plays out. But it certainly hasn't been anything close to a blowout. It's been a very good game.
Well, you've given yourself a chance to win this ball game. That's all you can do at this point.
And they certainly still have that chance. A lot of football to go here, that's for sure. It's going to be 1st and 10. Our director, Jack Canavan, asking if we can give player of the game to the Catholic trainer, who's got more field time right now than anyone else. Kind of stretch these fellas out.
Well deserved, I'm telling you tonight.
1st and 10 at the 17.
Oh, fell down.
Blackman falls down, picks up maybe a yard. Maybe not even that. We've seen that a couple times too.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, once again, this defense is hanging in there. I mean, they continue to hang in there, doing a good job. It's a matter of they need a turnover desperately to be able to swap this game. And, man, I tell you what, this has been quite the game. We came into this game, and if you look at this game on paper, you expect Catholic to get run out of the stadium because of the way Escambia's been playing. But hats off to both these teams. What a grinding type of game it is.
So 2nd down and 10 here.
Catholic looking to bring pressure right there. Did you see the backers step up?
Big moment for the offensive line of Escambia. And
there it was.
Picked off. My goodness. That's a big opportunity for Jordan Bradley, and honestly, he may have had a pick 6. There was no one in front of him for the next 75 yards, but in and out of his hands.
And JoJo telling him, look, you threw the wrong route. I was running this, and I tell you what, that was boy, that's one of those you just expect him to be there. You better hold on to that football because that could have easily been 6 the other way.
Bradley's going to be thinking about that all night, all week. That's a bummer to have it right through your hands like that. So, no harm, no foul if you're an Escambia fan. It's now 3rd and 10. A first down would come at about the 7-yard line.
It's like Gabe Johnson will check in at running back.
I'm going to throw out wide. Here's Milliner, who gets down to the 3-yard line. It will be a conversion. It will be a 1st and goal. And another big play for Milliner, another nice pass from Prim. And sadly, another Crusader now down injured on the field. That's number 2, Quentin Goldstrom.
Yeah, it looks like it's probably another cramp. And you see the heating and air conditioning instant replay. Look, it is what it is, but you keep giving them those easy pass plays right there, and they're going to keep dinking and dunking down the field.
And sure enough, I think you may be right. Looks like it may be a cramp. So while this is happening, let me tell this. This is kind of a cool little tie-in. Dan Shugart, of course, sports director at Channel 3, living legend, that's for sure. Texted this a few minutes ago. You'll appreciate this. We were talking about the Pensacola Power, of course, earlier tonight. So check this out. So Escambia offensive lineman Brennan Smith, who's on the field right now as Escambia's trying to roll. He's a first-team All-State player, by the way. He's the son of former Power player Wendy Bonnell-Smith. Now, she is the senior class guidance counselor at Escambia. And check this out. Shugart interviewed her before a Power championship game 17 years ago when she was pregnant with Brennan.
Wow.
Isn't that something?
Wow. That is an awesome.
Yeah.
That is a Dan Shugart story. He always has stories, something like that.
No, I don't know if he always has those.
Well, no, but he always has stories that will wow you.
No
and you'll
doubt.
say, absolutely, that's amazing.
No doubt.
No, Brendan Smith, he's right. Brendan Smith is a fantastic offensive lineman, by the way. I mean, he's a guy, another guy that's going to play at the next level. Great job. So, you know what? It's this is, I don't know what to say to that. I mean, the only thing I want to know is what position did she play?
I don't know, but I know Sugar's watching, and I guarantee you that he will let us know. Brendan Smith,
number 50.
Number
out
50,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, you know what?
There you
Proud
can see
mama.
him at the top
Proud
of the screen.
Mama.
Yeah,
that's for sure. Well, the Power were something else, man. They were so good.
That was fun. Yeah, they were quite the Power. First and goal now.
Oh, had him in the backfield, couldn't get him.
Touchdown! What an effort there. That's Devontae Bettis, who looked like he was going to go down when he got the ball, but stuck with it, stuck it in. It's an ascend performance touchdown for Escambia.
I mean, once again, had an opportunity in the backfield to make the tackle and missed it. And what happens? Oh, he's going to keep fighting. Great job by Devontae Bettis breaking the tackle. Look at the spin move. Look at the 2 Crusaders Great job rolling into the end zone, and that's a 2-score lead for the Escambia Gators.
Now doubled up the Crusaders, 24-12, and Yuska now on to kick an extra point. As you said, he's had a bit of a rough night. He's a terrific kicker, one of the best in the area for sure. Missed a field goal and has missed an extra point as well. Chance for a little redemption here. That's a little more like it. That's good. That makes it 25-12, and just like that, Escambia trying to pull away because Catholic, again, has a terrific defense. The offense not very explosive, and they've got a real uphill climb at this point, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, once again, hey, for Escambia, they've done a great job, and for Catholic, they got to find a way to find some quick scores.
And we'll see if they can find a way when we come back. It's Friday Night Rivals.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
We're back, and it's a celebratory atmosphere right now for Escambia. You can see
there's a happy Gator over there. There he is.
The Gator and the cheerleaders are dancing and having a good time as Escambia has just scored, now up 25-12. Jeff, it doesn't feel like the door is entirely shut on the Crusaders, but it's a real uphill climb now.
Yeah, you got to find a way to score. And look, you still got 9 minutes, but remember, this is a pistol wing T offense. They've had some big plays, obviously throwing the football, but expect Escambia to play that pass and not give up those big plays.
So it'll be another touchback here.
We've seen this Escambia team. So remember last week, they're down 13-0. They come out at half. Obviously, they just get 2 quick scores. Obviously, that backwards pass, they return for a touchdown. This team started to play with a little bit of swagger. We talk about Washington had the swagger in the first half. Escambia come out, and they had the swagger in the second half. It looks like Escambia is starting to get a little bit of that swagger back in. This is a team that sometimes just does not look confident. I mean, when Catholic jumped out on them 9-0, they looked kind of lost.
Totally.
Like they didn't expect it.
For sure.
And then they come and they do what they just did. They build a little bit of confidence. And I'll tell you what, when this Escambia team gets some confidence, they're scary.
Yeah, Coach Bennett, whatever he's saying at halftime is working.
He's got the Kool-Aid going.
He does.
Got to drink the Kool-Aid.
All right, 1st and 10 at the 20 after the touchback here. Caden King.
I was drinking the Kool-Aid on Mississippi State, and then they lost. Won't do that again.
Well, could be another pass here.
Hold.
Yeah, we got a likely hold as Jordan is doing his best to find some room here. Doesn't matter, probably. I think we're going to have the hold. Although I suppose they could decline if the play ends up being a bigger loss than the...
Probably will decline.
Yeah. So do you think, was he going to pass? Like, was that actually an intended pass?
I think he was looking for it, but well covered. We got a Crusader down.
Oh, do we? Oh, okay. Yeah, right here.
That is Nathan Williams, number 22.
Williams had a huge play earlier in the game, late in the second quarter. And, yeah, I mean, this is about the 5th Crusader with cramps.
You know, the trainer's probably like, hey.
Holding on the offense. That penalty will be declined. 2nd down.
The trainer's probably like, hey, can you guys get cramps on the other sideline, not this sideline? Goodness
there
gracious.
He is. You know, I do wish we had the name of the trainer because
we need to get the name of the trainer right there. He deserves a shout out.
Becoming a legend himself. Although, listen, all kidding aside, we've all had those cramps.
Yes, we all have.
Oh, is there anything worse? My goodness, those are rough. So sure enough, the Crusaders lose more on the play than the hold would have cost them. So Escambia said, no, thank you. We'll just take what we got.
He's stumbling around.
Oh, look at this.
Boy,
oh, my gosh. Can barely get off the field.
Surprised the trainer hasn't gotten a cramp yet. He's done as much running as everybody else.
That's funny, Jeff.
What do you do if the trainer gets a cramp?
Great question. That one guy who helped earlier, he jumps in. He says, I got it. I wish we knew his name. All of us are saying that one. 2nd down and long.
Oh, boy. It's been quite the eventful night. Well, nonetheless, 2nd and long for Catholic.
Oh,
boy.
No. Oh, and look at this.
Right
into the hands. Oh, wow. What a play. Touchdown Escambia. How did that happen? Incredible. Wow. Cannot wait to see the replay. Was that Trent Farmer who scored the touchdown?
It was. That young man, I'll tell you what, he is a skinny defensive lineman, but he's a linebacker defensive lineman hybrid right there. And boy, it's all about timing. And
Watch
remember,
this.
You see the guy coming in motion? Well, there you go. It's got to be on time. When you got a lot of moving pieces, they got to be on time. And they were not, unless you were a Escambia Gator.
Unless your name is Trent Farmer, in which case you were right on time. And that's an Ascend Performance touchdown. How about that with 9 minutes to go, now about to be 32 and possibly 33, or check that, 31 and possibly 32 if Yuska can convert. Another low snap.
Boy.
Well done by the holder. Again, we see that a lot. It's up, it's good, and that does make it 32-12. So, Jeff, you know, like you said, timing is everything. Sort of a bizarre play ends up right in the hands of Farmer on the 4-yard line, and before you know it, half a second later, he's in the end zone thinking, how did I just score? And you almost feel like that was the closing of the proverbial door if you're a Catholic High Crusader fan.
Yeah, you hung on for as long as you could, and it's just key mistakes. That's what's going to come down to for Catholic. Realistically, they had opportunities, but how many turnovers did they have? Fumbles and things like, you see another fumble, and it cost them 6 points right there. I think for the defense, they done about as well as they could playing tonight, battling. The offense, they got some questions they got to go find the answers to. This is not a bad team. Remember, I still harp on these guys did not get the practice that they needed, and when you're running a pistol wing team, it takes a lot of time. Ask Navy. Remember, Navy came out and got blown out against BYU, and then Navy's down 24-0 to Tulane. Then they come back and win. I just think with time, this offense is going to be better.
Yeah.
Remember, this is no excuses, but they're a 3A team. They just don't have the depth to compete with Escambia right now.
It's 20 unanswered for Escambia. This game was tied at 12 at the half, but it's been all Gators here in the second half. And remember, very early on, at one time, Catholic was leading this game 9-0. And Jeff, you and I, about 5 minutes into this game, were sort of in shock, thinking, holy cow, look at the Crusaders making a real statement here. But this second half, the power, the depth, the energy of the Gators is unmistakable and undeniable.
Oh, we have a final, pace 35, take 17.
And that's going to be another touchback, and Catholic will start the drive here at the 20-yard line.
Well, for Catholic, I mean, look, anything can happen. You still got 9 minutes left. You want to look at the positives, but you're down by 3 scores here. This is all about pride. I mean, one play at a time, getting better for next week. And, we got a pretty good game next week, by the way.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, Washington at Pine Forest. How about it?
Looking forward to it. The Wildcats were fun to watch last week. And Pine Forest got a win tonight, right?
Actually, I think I may be wrong.
Yeah, that was tonight's game, wasn't it? Are they playing again next week?
No, I don't believe so.
No, I'm looking forward to the rematch.
Maybe it is. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so they do play back-to-back.
Okay.
That's right. They had to find another game, so there you go. I thought about that for a second when I said it, and I said, wait a minute, I swear the schedule said that. And sure enough, it did.
Mistiming there from the Crusaders, and that's going to bring up second down.
That's going to be fun.
It's funny, like when you said it, I was like, I think that's right, but
they just played tonight.
That's not right.
Pine Forest took down Washington tonight, so hey, that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
They go back-to-back weeks.
Yep. You don't see that often. It was at home tonight for the
home and away
Wildcats.
series.
Yeah, usually that's season to season, not week to week. But
2020.
Next week, yeah, right. Next week, live from Pine Forest. That game, of course, well, who knows? I think that game will be on a Friday.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully.
King here. Going to keep it and has a lot of room, too. Picks up 5 or 6.
Yeah, that's Aiden Bird coming in at quarterback. We're 25. We saw him a little bit earlier in the game. So Catholic giving a little bit of a change.
It's 3rd down and 5.
It's always so tough when you're down like this to just keep the pedal to the metal. And when you look, I'm not going to sit here and say, well, you should just play the next play. The mindset is so different, especially when these guys are exhausted out here. They've given everything they can, and right now they're down 3 scores.
Yeah, I mean, they're cramping up about every other play.
Uh-oh, look at there, first down.
That's going to be a Pensacola State College first down, a conversion for the Crusaders. And, Jeff, again, look, I think it's pretty obvious at this point. Catholic's not going to come back and win this game. That would be one of the great comebacks of the last decade. Doesn't seem likely, but that doesn't mean you don't have a lot to gain. And as we've talked about all season, with everybody making the playoffs more than ever, you can't quit because every play matters. You can learn more about your team. You can find something special you didn't know you had. And so you've got to look at it that way. And that's what Coach Adams is talking to his team about.
Yeah, absolutely. This is it's about pride. And remember, this is everybody makes the playoffs. I say that again because it's important. You're building toward the playoffs at this point.
King. Oh, gosh.
Almost a beautiful catch.
Yeah, near one-handed catch there from McGee, not able to pull it in. That's going to make it 2nd and 10.
Boy, Aiden Bird took a shot right there, but tried to deliver the pass just a little high.
Excuse me.
See Coach Adams right there, coaching up his quarterback.
Caden King is a junior at Catholic. This is his first year as the starting quarterback. Got a good arm. I asked Coach, can he make some plays with his legs? He said he can. We've seen a little of that tonight. I don't think it's their first option, but it's not impossible. He's got a nice arm.
Oh, my goodness.
Mercy.
Aiden, I'm telling you, Aiden Bird coming in at quarterback. He's delivered a little bit, and that was a beautiful ball. Got to bring it in. Goodness gracious for Shane Stackhouse.
Yeah, Stackhouse right literally through his hands.
Wide open spaces.
Yeah, because he catches that. He's on the run.
So he built on positives. I mean, it was a great pass to an open receiver. Great read.
So Bird now with a good-looking pass, but nonetheless didn't happen. Moving on, 3rd down and 10. 8:35 to go.
Didn't you give the pregame speech to Catholic?
Catholic, no. They didn't let. I tried to get in the locker room. They specifically.
Yeah, they called the cops on you.
Exactly. Threw it out a little ahead of him, and that's going to make it 4th and 10. So Bird led him just a little bit too much there. I think they're going to have to punt this one away on 4th and very long from their own 32, unless, again, you start thinking, do you just say, well, let's just play and see what happens. We're not going to worry about winning.
Yeah, it's 4th and 10. Looks like they're going to go for it. I can't blame them. Hey,
and Escambia's in punt reception formation.
Yeah,
but
they were just playing it safe. Looks like they're going to go back now. And they're going to call a timeout.
Yeah, Coach Bennett wants to talk about that. On 4th and 10, and then, I guess, like you said, at this point, what are you punting for? You know what I mean? You're going to give them the ball back and let them run it up a little bit more, give yourself a chance to stay in this thing, and if nothing else, just to learn what else your offense can do.
You look at Coach Bennett, he's going to coach for 4 quarters. You can bet your bottom dollar. He does not care what the score is, and there's a reason behind that, because great teams, it doesn't matter what the score, you continue to fight each and every play. And look, he's got a lot of guys in there, some backups in there, but he has a lot of starters. You see JoJo Blackman stepping into that huddle. This means a lot to him. He wants to give up nothing more to Catholic.
Of course. As he told us, he expects perfection. Last year, of course, Escambia making it to the state championship game, coming up just short of the title, Jeff. But you know that's the sort of that's the expectation here is to be in it, to have a shot, to play for a title every year.
Well, they lost to a Miami Central team, by the way, that is top 10 in the nation.
Right.
Top 10 in the nation, not the state.
Right.
In the nation, in the AP poll. So means something.
All right, so it's 4th and 10 here. Looks like King is back in at QB here for the Crusaders. Check that. That was not King. I'm sorry. That was Bird who throws the interception. And this could be a pick 6.
To the house.
Sure is. See you later. Another Ascend performance touchdown. So Coach Adams goes for it in 4th and 10. Bird throws the pick 6. And things are moving right along now for Pine Forest here. It's DeMonte Gaston.
DeMonte Gaston right there. Mr. Johnny on the spot. To the house. That's 6 points. Great job right there. Now look, reads the eyes of the quarterback, steps in front of the route, and we'll see you.
Look how he's holding that ball, too. One-handed, total confidence. Flashing up the number 1 sign, feeling real good about himself there, and he should after the touchdown. That's going to make it 38-12. So, gosh, boy, Jeff, the route is on after a game that was really, really close for the first half. Tied 12-12 at the half. Here's Yuska on now to make it 39. It's up. It's good.
That's Parker Brown.
That wasn't Yuska?
That was, they swapped in Parker Brown,
Boy,
the junior.
Trying all kinds of things. Well done there for Escambia. Outscoring now Catholic 27-0 in the second half, and they lead big with 8:21 to go. It is a Thursday night version of Friday Night Rivals. When we come back, the conclusion of the game.
We're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
We're back, and the celebration has begun as Escambia looking to go to 3-0. The route is on now, 39-12. And again, that's an impressive score. All the more so when you remember this game was tied at 12 at the half, but it really has been all Escambia in the second half, which is precisely what we saw last week when Escambia was at Washington, and that game was very close. It was all Washington really in the first half. It's going to be a touchback. Escambia came out blazing in the third quarter, ended up winning the game, and obviously they're going to roll to a victory tonight. So Jeff clearly playing real well in the second half, but you know, and we're going to ask him about this, that's not okay for Coach Bennett. He does not want to be a second half team.
No, not at all. And you saw him at the end, like you said, at the end of the first half. He was hot, and he understands what it takes to be perfect. He understands what it takes to win state championships. He's been around for a long time, won a lot of football games. And once again, I said it, you know, that may work here tonight against Catholic, playing the way they did in the first half, but he understands when you get into even the state championship game, on your way to the state playoffs, whatever it is, even a better team in this area, you cannot do that. I mean, they were fortunate to come back against Washington. They played great in the second half. But you get to the mainlands, the Miami Centrals,
right,
however you want to look at it, those teams do not allow you to come back. You have to play near perfect football.
And they've done that in the second half.
Absolutely.
Looked very, very good.
Catholic just looks like they ran out of gas.
Yeah. I mean, listen, how many different cramps have we seen? You know, several. So I think there's something to that. In fact, we said it jokingly 20 minutes ago, and then moments ago we considered it for real, thinking about naming the trainer as the player of the game. Although obviously going to be on the losing side, so can't do that. But he's been on the field a whole lot, as a lot of Crusaders have been on their backs getting stretched out. It's going to be a penalty there, obviously. So first
false
down.
start.
15.
Looks like Caden King will come back in at quarterback. After that pick six by Aiden Bird threw last time.
Yeah. Bird looked good, though, up until that moment, you know.
He did.
A few good-looking plays.
Good game on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
It rains, it pours.
Just going backwards all the way back down to the 10. Got to get to the 30, so it's going to be 1st and 20.
Oh, boy.
King has tried to keep it himself, but met abruptly at the line of scrimmage, ends up losing a couple of yards.
Jaquez Minor, the young sophomore coming in there. And once again, we talk about the depth, and that is a good-looking sophomore for you. There are Pete and Heating and Air Conditioning. Great job. I mean, just blew the lineman up, and that looked like, for Catholic, number 52, Rylan Bragg, the freshman center.
Jaquez Major, I'd say. 2nd down and a lot, about 23. And again, deep in their territory, and the Crusaders have been turning the ball over. Just at this point, protect that ball. You don't want this thing to go to 46.
Uh-oh.
Not sure what they're doing, and this could be a safety. Oh, wow. Incredible effort from Jordan to avoid the safety. What an incredible effort. I mean, he picks up maybe a yard, but I don't know how that's not a safety. Wow, what a play. Here's a look again.
Just miscommunication. And
look at him. Look, what an effort.
Just a lack of on the defensive side. Just, I guess, expecting him to go down right there in the end zone. And like Wayman bails him out.
Yep, that's well done there. Good job, Wayman. But still a tall order, Nordberg. 3rd down and about 22.
That is a tall drink of water to go. Nothing
sweeping
doing.
handoff isn't going to work in the Escambia defense, despite the very big lead, relentless. And that's going to make it 4th and long, about 25. And the Crusaders, while they did go for it on 4th and 10 a few minutes ago, at this point, 4th and more than 20 from about their own 7, just say, no, we can't do that. So they are going to punt it away. Escambia is going to get another chance at the ball.
Yep, nothing doing. And you know what? It's just there's a different energy right now for Catholic. Like we said, they just look wore out. They're out of gas. A lot of guys playing both ways. And it's tough. No excuses. They made their own mistakes tonight, and Escambia's played great in the second half, but it's just a much different Catholic Crusader team.
Deep in his own end zone, gets the punt out, and a great punt, sure is. All the way back to the 45-yard line, an over-the-shoulder catch. And a good-looking return here. Still on his feet. That was number 33, if I'm not mistaken. Akeem Stokes looking good there. Nice return, but a heck of a punt.
Yeah, we said Stokes' name early on in the game. Hadn't said it much, but
great play there.
Absolutely.
Had to make the over-the-shoulder catch. Does so nicely, and then has a big return back to about the 35-yard line. So here's something noteworthy, of course. Everything different this week, this year. Prep football final, Dan Shugart, Steve Nissom. It's on tonight. Not Friday night, but it's the Thursday night version, just like we're playing tonight. So you can catch the fellas tonight at 11 o'clock right after the news, and they'll have all the highlights, lots of games, and that may be one of the highlights they show. Another big run up the middle here from Escambia, and that's going to be at Pensacola State College, 1st and 10.
Yeah, Gabe Johnson, the senior, coming in. You see right there, prep football final. We got to hurry this thing up because I need to go catch it.
Oh,
that's where I get all my high school football
love
news
it.
right there.
Love it.
Dan and Steve always doing a great job.
Looking forward to that. So that again is tonight, not tomorrow night. Everything different this week as everything moved up a night.
You know, I remember playing in high school, and after the games, rushing home to go watch prep football.
Well, you were a quarterback. You wanted to see if you were on it.
No. Trust me, there was plenty of times I didn't want to be on it.
1st and 10. And keeping himself there.
Here we go.
And looking.
Oh,
mercy.
My goodness.
Oh, yikes.
Holy cow.
That's Jake Frazetta running quarterback there. Gets tackled, but it's the Crusader who is hurt.
It's Jabril Brawls. And there's the trainer once again. But look, this was a little more serious of an injury as he stuck his nose in there. I mean, he stuck that helmet, looks like into the knee of Frazetta. That's not a good look, but you know, the fact he's moving his legs is always a good sign.
No doubt.
I think he just got his bell rung.
Well, you could see a couple of Crusaders quickly asking for the trainer to get on the field. We had not seen that with the other cramps tonight, so you knew it was something a little more serious.
We sure hope Brawls. Look, Brawls has played lights out tonight. He's done as much as you can ask from the young man. Yeah, you know, look, they've had some miscues, but he has played his heart out.
A couple of the Escambia trainers have walked over too, just to check on him.
You see Coach Bennett walking out there with Coach Adams as well.
Yep.
A lot of respect for these coaches. A lot of respect.
Well, got to look at the replay here, see if we can tell what happened.
Great play fake by Frazetta. Watch this right here. It's just boom.
Knee into the head. It may well be, like you
That's
said.
what it looked like.
Could be concussed. Might have got knocked out. You know, the definition of speculation as I say that, but
it looked like he was moving his legs a little bit. Not much, obviously, but once again, the fact that he can move them is a positive sign. Boy, it's just not. Yeah, you see him moving his head. That's really. I mean, once again, that's a positive. Anytime a guy, you know, the head drops down like that, and he was going obviously to make an ankle tackle. That's good. Good seeing him roll over.
Absolutely.
This is a good sign.
Oh,
right
there
here.
we go.
There we go.
Heck
all right.
yeah. That's awesome. Love to see it.
Because I tell you, we've seen plenty of injuries like that be extremely, extremely worse, and so hope the young man's going to be all right.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So Brawls will walk off. It was a big gain for Escambia. Going to be second down and about 3 after the 7-yard pickup from Frazetta. Like you said, great fake handoff there. Terrific athletic play. And then Brawls makes the tackle and takes the shot to the head. 4:42. The clock is moving. So they may be in the interest of just.
Well, no, because when they blew the play dead, as soon as they were ready, they went ahead and blew the play back on. So, yeah.
All right, here we go. Ooh, high snap. Frazetta able to get it. And on
Could be
second,
a little short.
Yeah, second and short. It's going to turn into 3rd and shorter. I think 3rd and about a yard or maybe even less.
Interested to see, you know, once again, Escambia's done a great job in the second half the past 2 games, but that first half, they just cannot afford to do that. And once again, we talk about Coach Bennett. He's, you know what, he'll be satisfied with the win, but he's not going to be satisfied with that first half for him. So,
and then, of course, the other side is, you know, I'm sure he's very satisfied with the second half. It's 27-0 in the second half. Another handoff here, just trying to let the clock roll. But a terrific effort, taking about 6 guys with him down to the 8-yard line. That will be a Pensacola State College 1st and goal, not 1st and 10. And another Crusader slow to get up, although now he is up. So it looks like things will
How about
going.
Peter O'Fallon?
Peter O'Fallon, who's that, Jeff?
That is the trainer for Pensacola Catholic. That's the man right there that deserves the Player of the Game award.
O'Fallon has
Mr. O'Fallon
has figured prominently in the second half, and thankfully he's been out there to take care of the boys. 3 minutes to go here.
Oh,
This is
big
gonna be
hole
right
up the middle,
and that could be a touchdown.
They're going to be just short.
Shy. Yep, tackled at about the 1 or even less than the 1-yard line, and it will be 2nd down and goal. And that's number 34 for Escambia, Gabe Johnson, taking it down to about the 1-yard line.
And that is just a great job by the offensive line, opening up a gap here, and Escambia doesn't look like they're done scoring yet.
No, I don't think they are.
And that's
Run
going to
up
be
the
it.
middle. That is going to be a
Mr.
touchdown.
Johnson.
Back-to-back plays. Gets to clean things up. It's an Ascend performance touchdown, and the hits just keep on coming. Now 45-12 Gators. And again, remember, this game was tied at 12 at halftime.
Yes, it was, and just another great job and a lackluster effort on that defensive side. I'll call it what it is. And I believe that's Bredesen. How about Darren Bredesen, the kicker, playing a little linebacker, I believe, pulling out all the stops for Catholic.
Well, like most kickers, he just wants to hit somebody.
That's
just
exactly.
That's hitter. That's
he's
kickers
tired of people running
one-on-one.
at him. He wants to run at somebody else.
Looks like Jordan Moody. Is that number 50? Oh, 58. Check that. Not Moody. It's a Carver on. It's up. It's good. So 1:43 to play. The clock is just rolling at this point. So in the interest of getting this thing over with, since it is obviously a blowout at this point and lots of players feeling the pain with those cramps, say let's just get through this. In fact, with 1:28, will they even do anything else? We'll see.
Probably not. Look at that Gator. That Gator's had a workout tonight. There you go. Look at him. Tired. A lot of celebrating.
A lot of celebrating. Why, in the first half, not so much.
No. Mascots always celebrate. They got the hardest job on the field.
That's why they do it.
4 quarters, baby. Let's go.
I'm going to tell you, mascot in Northwest Florida in August and September ain't easy.
Yeah, it's never cold enough for mascot weather here in the
that's
South.
true. Yeah, even in November, you're feeling a little bit.
Absolutely.
So 50 seconds to go. Again, not sure if they'll actually literally be able to just completely run this out without doing anything else, though they may.
That's what they're going to do. There he is right there, Mr. Peter O'Fallon.
Boy, we need to send them I know we always put these games up on YouTube. We need to send them a link because O'Fallon's gotten a lot of love tonight.
Great form.
Yeah,
Great form, by the way.
One of the greats.
You want to be one of the best around in the training field? Yeah, there you go. Mr. O'Fallon. Look at him, how humble he is. He's like, yeah, you're a doctor, that's fine.
So earlier when I was calling and I heard you talking to the truck, I know we're not ready to say it yet, but do we have it figured out, player of the game, play of the game? Have those things been landed on?
I know who I want the player of the game to be.
I know you want it to be.
We do have the play of the game, but still to figure out, where do you even start, for Escambia tonight? You can literally put these guys, put them all in a hat on offense or defense, and just draw a name, and there you go.
Well, and I do have someone in mind, honestly. I don't know if we'll even...
I'm all ears.
So I will tell you, Prim comes to mind because none of the sort of the specialty explosive players had something that just blows your mind in terms of a huge night. For instance, the JoJo Blackman, he didn't tear things up tonight the way he usually might. He certainly did have a good game. We're going to go to break real quick because when we come back, we're going to get a quick word with Coach Bennett and hand over that trophy. So stay with us.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
We are back. It's Friday Night Rivals. Glad you're with us here for the post-game show. Christian Garmin with Jeff Price, and we've got Coach Mike Bennett on the sidelines. Coach, second week in a row, I'm talking to you because you guys come away with a big win last week on the road at Washington, this week at home against Catholic. But, Coach, something that was the same both weeks is that you guys started off slow and then had a tremendous second half. What's the difference in the first and the second half for your team?
I don't know. And really and truly, I didn't really say a whole lot at halftime. We had senior night, and I just knew we had to play. I mean, I think our team is starting to come together. They're starting to believe in each other, and Rennie made some great reads out there, and I thought our offensive line did a great job tonight in the second half, especially. And I'm proud of those guys. And defensively, I thought we played pretty good all night. We had we got to get off the field on 3rd and 10 and 3rd and 15, and we're still having a little problem there. But it's going to be better next week.
No doubt, Coach. You only gave up the one offensive touchdown very early in the game. So, again, second week in a row, we've got some hardware for you. Let's go ahead and hand over, Coach, the trophy for Friday Night Rivals. There it is. Congratulations to you, Coach Bennett.
Thank you, guys.
And congratulations to the Gators who walk away with a trophy. And, Jeff, they're going to have to clear out some space in that trophy cabinet as they win back-to-back weeks. I'll have to ask our producer if we've ever had a team win this thing 2 weeks in a row. But it's a big night for Escambia. This game was 12-12 at the half. They end up winning it 46-12, so that's 34 unanswered points in the second half. Why don't we talk about our player and our play of the game? What do we got?
Yeah, when you go and we'll look at the player of the game, obviously the player, it could be a number of guys, but once again, we kind of talked about it. Rennie Prim Jr., the quarterback, you heard Coach right there say he made some great reads. I thought he progressed. Remember, he got pulled part of the game last week against Washington, came out and just performed magically and got this offense rolling, and boy, they never stopped. So congratulations, our Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram player of the game, Rennie Prim.
Rennie Prim had a big night and no doubt a big future. And now how about our play of the game?
Yeah, our Closets by Design play of the game. Once again, toss up. You can pick any one you want, but I'm going to go to the big touchdown pass to number 2, Jaden Milner. The slant, remember right here, boom. Break a tackle, and he's off to the races, and that's when this thing started to get a little bit out of hand, and Escambia started to impose their will.
That was a big play. That was a difference maker right here. The spin move, see you later. And that is the Closets by Design play of the game. Big time play there from Milner, and congratulations to he for having the play of the game. Certainly to Prem for being our player of the game. So next week, we are on the road, as you can see.
Rematch, baby.
Yeah, that's right. Literal rematch. It's Washington at Pine Forest. Tonight, it was Pine Forest at Washington. And let me tell you what, that game was very good. Washington drove to the Pine Forest 3 as time ran out.
Wow.
So an incredible finish to that game.
Next week.
And we're going to pick up right where that thing left off. Now, will they just start the score there, or do they start back at 0?
They'll just start at the 3. Let's just do it that way.
Start at 3 and say, let's get going. It should be a lot of fun. We've had great times every single Friday/Thursday night. We're so glad you enjoyed the game with us tonight. It's Friday Night Rivals. Don't forget, tonight at 11 o'clock, it's Prep Football Final. Usually that's on a Friday night, but not this week. Dan Shugart, Steve Nissom standing by. They'll take that later this evening. For Jeff Price, for the entire Friday Night Rivals crew here live from Escambia, I'm Christian Garmin. We're glad you're here. We'll see you next Friday night live from Pine Forest.